Hi everyone, welcome to Disco Elysium, and welcome to Final Cut Day. I went on a big, long talk about it a moment ago, but nobody but Short and Allison could hear me, and that's okay.
No. They were just ignoring you, Gina. They just didn't want to hear it today.
We had a beautiful natural intro that I was so happy with, but apparently nobody heard it.
It was quite nice. I think everybody who heard it can acknowledge that it was a great intro, and we're never gonna have one quite as good as that one again.
It was the greatest intro ShortOneGaming's ever had.
There was a musical number. It had actual facts in it. Incredible. Absolutely unique.
It was researched. It was scripted. It was scored. We were ready for you. So this is your fault, not ours.
We had sources.
So what I was saying is that welcome to Final Cut Day. This is obviously a large-scale DLC that was dropped today. And it adds a lot to this game. It adds full voice acting, it adds new political side quests and characters and things to do and things to see, and we're gonna encounter some of them, I guess. The way this is gonna work is obviously we are picking up where we left off. We're not gonna start a new game for Final Cut, but it should work with our save, so we should be able to see some of the new stuff while also continuing the story of Kurt Disco and his wonderful journey with his pal Kim to, I guess, solve murders, but mostly sing karaoke.
But mostly sing karaoke. We have an objective, and I'm proud of it.
I am too. So yeah, that's where we're at. Little bit flustered, but I need to reset. Calm down. The way we're approaching this,
bad.
I think it's okay. The way we're approaching this today is, for this stream, I think we're gonna leave the new VO in because it's new and it's exciting, and obviously the game came out today, and we figure that at minimum it might be fun for us all to hear what Disco Elysium with full voice acting even sounds like. We'll probably make a call in the future to swap back, or swap at will. I noticed a beautiful thing, which is that it's just a toggle. It's just an easy little toggle. There goes my mouse cursor again.
There's some odd, weird, ghosty things happening.
It's okay. Everything's fine. I wouldn't be too concerned. But yeah, there's a voiceover mode, and we can change it to. There's options. So
what is psychological?
I don't know. That was one more option than I was expecting, if I'm gonna be honest.
What? Is that the only things that have voices are maybe your emotions?
Maybe that seems like the opposite of what you'd want. All the characters are silent, but your thoughts have. I mean, I guess that's one way.
Could also Twitch integration. I don't know if we do Twitch integration now or nah. I don't know what any of these mean.
I don't know.
Is that a thing?
I'm gonna say we're not gonna do that because
I think you did select. I think you selected tutorial agent, by the way, accidentally.
Tutorial agent? What?
I think that was already. Was that not already selected? Are you sure?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Do you want unsolicited advice from the tutorial agent?
Constantly. At all times.
Sorry.
We don't know what's going on, Allison. What do you take us for? I need an arrow telling me where to fucking go.
I desperately want my tutorial agent to be in this game, of course.
Oh, okay. So, thank you,
oh my God.
Slender. I guess psychological is no VA at all. You can just turn the
something is going
off.
Horribly wrong with my computer. I don't know how to cope with that, but it's gonna be fine.
Really?
It's gonna be fine.
No.
Only good things.
Is this the big streamer?
Yeah,
computer?
This is the streaming computer. I don't know what to tell you. It's having some fun today.
Oh gosh!
Damn!
Everyone join hands and pray together.
Everything's fine.
To Kurt Disco himself.
Everything's fine, but because this is a game that requires me to use my cursor for the most part, although I think they might have added controller functionality, we are gonna get to watch my cursor drift quietly across the screen, and everybody can see it, and so that's just gonna be how it is. This is who we are now.
I did miss the tells you like your mother part, so the chat's rolling by. I missed it. Thank you for explaining to me the joke. I appreciate
Phoenix
it.
Soul, I have news. Nothing is going on, but things are not as we wish they were. But that's okay. Everything's fine.
It's a
Everything's
little
awesome.
Everything's okay. Why is it doing that?
Oh no, Gina.
I'm gonna unplug my mouse real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Could you grab a controller?
I have a controller plugged in, but when I tried to use it, it minimized every screen on my computer. So look.
Thank you, Victor. You said the words I was literally about to say. New emote dropped, y'all. Who could say?
Who could say? I
Remember to resubscribe. Thank you, Dedrick. Oh my God! Right when I said it.
It's still doing it. That's fine.
You can access the emotes.
I like this positivity, Gina. It's really good for the vibe right now.
I love you all. You all are my favorite.
We need to
people.
find booze and drink it. No, we're not going to do that. We decided we're not going to do that. Sure. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's been
This is
been
just
a
how
whole
life
week.
is gonna be.
It's okay.
This is just who we are now. We live in the
it's
world
been a
of
fun
drifting
week.
mice.
We're just hanging. That's fine. Drifting Mice is the name of my new funk band. So.
You know what? It's catchy and I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you for
I
sharing.
think you guys are gonna like it.
Oh my God, that's so annoying. Ah! Okay. All right.
Is your house on a slope? Is
It
drifting
feels
to
like
one
it.
side?
It feels like we're all tilted to the right.
Was there an earthquake today and I didn't realize it, and the plate shifted a little and we're all kind of tilted to the side now?
This is gonna be so. When it comes to selecting choices, this is gonna be a real fun mini game because it's gonna actively change my choice on me if I wait too long, and that's really remarkable.
Maybe when your computer updated or something, it changed your mouse sensitivity. Maybe it just jacked it the hell up.
Yes, this is just a reminder that I should never, ever, ever allow my computer to update. It must live in the past.
Oh, updates are strictly not allowed. I was just with Liv the other day, and she got so mad because I haven't updated a single app that I have in years. Fully years. I'm living in 2018, and I'm proud of it, god damn it. Everything worked back then, and then they changed shit around and we're like, let's make it not work. Wouldn't that be better? So I hate change.
I have two
responses.
Yeah, I have two responses to that. One is I feel that deeply in my soul, and my second response is, how does your phone not overheat? How is it not?
There's
Can you see all the like numbers on Instagram?
Oh, yes, I can.
Yeah. You've got the old version.
Yeah, I still can see all the like numbers. I have, let's see, how many apps do I need? I have 48 apps that need updating.
Oh my God. Now, I am noticing that while this map is very attractive, it's wildly less useful than the old map.
Really?
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, but I was trying to find the route that we followed on the old map to get back to the crane, and look how like obscured it is. That doesn't look like it's walkable.
Really? Because I look at it and I immediately see the crane, and I'm like,
yeah, but it's not the crane. It's how do you get to it? Because this is the main entrance.
There, and then you go over through that. You can't see my finger touching my screen. Oh my God, is this what my directionally challenged mind needed? This absolute insanity map.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a lovely map. It is not super helpful to me as a person, but we'll figure that out. Okay, so where were we? What were we doing? God knows. So we completed our first day. We started our second day. We interviewed a bunch of the unionizing employees. Oh my God, I can't keep fighting the mouse. It's just gonna live at the bottom of the screen until we need to use it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
There it goes. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Yeah, we talked to a bunch of the unionizing employees at the cafeteria of the sort of hostel we're staying at, and had an interesting conversation with them. They all admitted to killing. the man who was hanged in the back of the hostel. But in a way that seems very dubious, because there are certain aspects of the like evidence on the body and their account that don't quite match up. So we're not sure what's going on there. We're not sure what's going on there.
That was a really cool scene. I really, really like that. Yeah.
Yeah. We've been seeing a lot of cool scenes lately. We're in the meat of it now.
For sure.
Firmly in dawn of day 2, yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, everyone's saying egg, and I'm trying to figure out their referencing.
It's the big ass egg.
Big old
it's
egg.
The big old egg that is on the screen.
There's an egg.
Oh my god, look at that big egg. Have you guys noticed it?
Rather large egg that is on the screen, yes.
Look at that egg.
Big egg.
I don't remember what we were going to do post that interaction with them, though.
I think they gave us new information about the state of the crime scene, so I think our current goal was to investigate the new evidence.
That's right.
All right. So yeah, they were talking about how the scuffle. Oh my god, how the scuffle was going, and we need to click it and see it. We can get more info.
Inspector Clark says you can also make selections using numbers on the numpad.
Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good voice.
Ooh, I like that voice.
Ooh, get an exact count.
What kind of boots? Lieutenant, workers' boots, tracks, point to them, visual calculus, medium 11, get an exact count. What kind of boots?
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard.
Okay.
I still need it. Okay, well.
Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Okay, 2.
Noted.
The lieutenant takes out his little notebook.
Oh, we're still going to need to narrate. Okay, that's fun.
8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
I didn't expect
Where
that.
else have we seen a gang of men in work boots? That's right. The Hardy Boys in the mess hall of whirling in rags.
I wasn't expecting that to just auto-do, so sorry about that.
That's okay.
That's the thing, is we usually hover over it, and that's where it gives us the info, but okay, well, we'll deal with that.
Go over by one of them.
Yeah.
1.
Go over them one by one.
Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 46. Just like Titus was wearing in his booth. This is the big dick. Titus Hardy. The one with the bald cap on his head. Is it?
Interesting.
They didn't even bother to change boots. Putting them on the scene is easy. Maybe even too easy.
Okay, continue
2.
counting.
Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. Either the blonde muscular guy, Glenn, or the young guy with a plectrum around his neck.
How many people were in there? These are 8 sets of prints. There was Titus.
Yeah.
There was the not gardener. There was long, beautiful blonde hair who we decided was like, I don't know. He only had one line. There was the quiet guy. There was the suspicious guy that they were covering for. There was.
I think there were 8. I think there were 8 people.
Okay.
Were there exactly 8? Okay.
I think so. I think so. If we're counting, I don't know if I would have counted. What's her name? The liaison woman. As that 8, but maybe I'm not sure. Yeah, Elizabeth. Thank you. I couldn't remember her name.
3. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 43. The inked banger, perhaps.
Okay, I'm struggling with these descriptions because we only saw them that one time, and it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah. So I'm gonna trust visual calculus on this. I believe in you. I feel like you know more than I do, and I respect that.
4.
Visual calculus is gonna get us through this.
Number 45 or 46. Theo, the old smoker. You think you even see a tiny fleck of cigarette ash inside the print.
I mean, that's pretty obvious.
5.
Yeah, what
Another
else?
standard work boot. Reinforced toes. Number 44. Same as before. Either the musician, Eugene, or the muscle-bound blonde, Glenn. 6.
Glenn,
Light as air. Same make of boot. But number 41. Small like a rat. Shanky.
Visual calculus, I'm so glad you got our back because I don't
Visual
know who
calculus
you're
is
talking
just
about.
like
this is helping.
like laser eyes.
Number 46. The imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. Fat Angus. Carrying something?
Okay, the body.
Carrying the body.
Another
Yeah.
standard work boot. Number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. The right sole is smoother, more worn. Curious. A missing 8th Hardy Boy.
7 sets
Ah.
of tracks, right? The Hardy Boys were here.
The lieutenant has been tracking
8,
your
actually.
eyes' movements.
8 actually.
all?
Yeah.
Interesting. Then one of them seems to be missing. Anything else out of the ordinary?
A leader like Titus doesn't let one of his guys out of sight easily, especially at a time like this.
Yeah, I
This is
do
in-
like that our internal monologue is like sexy.
Yeah. it's
I
also
feel like we don't
interesting-
deserve this voice as authority in visual calculus. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say I expected our internal monologue to have different voices for these different skills. It's
Yeah.
interesting that it is one voice. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's our internal monologue.
It might change
but
for some of the voices. We'll see. Like, that was for authority and visual calculus, which feel pretty similar. Like, not, you know what I mean. But maybe some of the more out there voices will have slightly more. I'm trying to think of like Inland Empire.
yeah, or like our
When your tie
our
talks
drama
to you.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
when
this
our
is-
tie talks to us, exactly. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like there are definitely some options.
Oh.
All right, so we have point, light step, number 41 shoe, point, a heavy one, 200 kilogram imprint, point, an aberration, one sole is smoother than the other. How old do you think these tracks are in Leave? So I think we get to go through all of these.
Yeah, we can go through them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's the skinny Hardy Boy. The one with his front teeth missing.
You mean the rat-faced one? Yes, and probably not. Was that what? Okay, wait a sec. Let me scroll back up.
Wait,
Here
what are,
we
you, what are
go.
you checking?
I'm trying to remember what visual calculus said about the scrawny one.
His name was
Do we
Shanky.
call him rat faced?
Was that Shanky?
Yeah.
Let's
Pretty
see.
sure.
It was 41. It was, let's see, light as air, same make of boot, but no, number 41, small like a rat. Shanky!
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
rat-faced one it is. Let's go.
Shanky.
Do, 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 do. We're scrolling.
Damn,
We're
I
scrolling.
want to use the word shanky. That's a good one. Shanky.
I don't trust anything in this game. Anytime somebody gets a nickname, I'm like, I don't know.
It could be problematic. I'm not sure.
I'm waiting for you to be problematic in 5 hours. You mean the rat-faced one?
well, he did look a bit like a rat. You're right. Do you think those prints belong to him?
Yes, according to
Yes.
visual calculus.
I could still be wrong, but I'm probably not.
Okay, the heavy one.
200.
Hanky panky
This could be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up. Let's
Yeah.
say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built armored man. Maybe it was the fat Hardy Boy, the one sitting in the middle.
My mouse apparently fixed itself while whatever.
Oh,
that's
okay.
That's great news.
It's good. It's good news. Because I've been swapped.
Yay.
I don't know if anybody can tell, but I've swapped my input factor 5 times in the past 5 minutes. I was using my keyboard. I was using a controller. I was using my mouse. I was using.
Gina,
Look,
I know you well enough to hear the slight quiver of anxiety behind your voice, and I could tell.
thank
Just
you,
a little
Allison.
bit.
You're right. You picked up on
it's
it.
okay.
10 points to you. Yeah, we're good now, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. I have no explanation, but
He
I
might
like
be
the
right.
mouse best.
2
Hey, I'm
big
glad it
kilograms
did
of
it.
living weight is unlikely.
How much? Wait.
Um,
Yeah, I mean,
wait.
we assessed this. We thought that it was Fat Angus carrying the corpse. So they
Yeah.
definitely brought the corpse here from somewhere else, which aligns with what we were thinking. The
And
problem
is the corpse the 8th person, or is the corpse already accounted for?
the corpse is on one of the people. That's this set, the heavy set.
But
Yeah.
of Prince. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
What? So I mean, my current belief is that because the problem is the person was killed without putting up a fight. So they said he was killed. The Hardy Boys said they hung him, and that was the end of it. But they clearly brought the body here. They were carrying him. They had to string him up, which is complicated with this tree. It's a whole song and dance. So it's likely that the body was already dead when they brought it here.
Right. Yeah.
And that they're trying to cover for something. So and it might even be that
take the fall for something or someone else.
Yeah, because they also
Yeah.
have the situation where they think that if they all admit to it, then none of them are going to be prosecuted because it gets all weird. So it kind of seems like maybe they don't know what happened, because when we mentioned that the body, like some of the evidence on the body didn't line up with what they were saying, they seemed genuinely surprised by that.
You're kind of making shit up on the fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does kind of feel like they found the body and strung him up. Like,
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
that one of the people here maybe killed the body completely, killed the man unrelated to them, and they're trying to figure out some way to cover for that person. Either the missing person or one of their own. I don't know.
Oh, the missing
Yeah.
person could be a good theory too, that actually the one who killed him wasn't even there when we saw.
Mm-hmm.
right is one of the. You're right, because we saw 7 Hardy Boys and there are 8.
Yeah, and they're
prints
covering
here.
for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. That's a cool theory.
But it does look like they all walked in here, right? Like they all.
They clearly were all
kinda
here
paraded
when
in.
the body was hung up, I think is where we're at.
Oh yeah, all together they decided to hang the body, but I'm just wondering
And
whoever
because and also the other evidence towards that is I don't think we know of anyone else that would have access to that cord, whatever it's called, the stuff used to secure shipping container, which is why we went to the harbor to begin with.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly, because it came specifically from them.
All right, so you're right. The fat guy from the booth was carrying the victim.
It seems like he was carrying the body. Yeah.
Possibly, yes.
The lieutenant marked something down in his notebook.
But why?
Is it your turn to narrate, Gina? I think so, right?
I think it is. Yeah, that's why I took over.
Cool.
You're thinking why they did. You're thinking why, but did they have to carry him? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe there was a physically impressive strongman in their midst. Someone who wanted to impress their peers.
I don't think so. Suggestion. That doesn't sound right.
I
to
mean,
me.
unless someone was supervising this whole situation, maybe that's why the 8th set of
Maybe.
Oh,
feet-
maybe
feet-
maybe a leader.
yeah, or maybe the one who killed the body and was like, "All right, you guys, you're gonna now you're gonna cover for me," and was like supervising.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, we can say what suggestion mentioned. Maybe the carrier wanted to impress their peers with a display of physical might. Maybe the victim refused to walk to his own lynching. Maybe the victim wasn't conscious, which is what I think it is. And
Yeah.
I would do that one. I would do number 3.
Even
Yeah.
easier to carry on a stretcher or between 2 men. Anyway, it's for future consideration.
Okay.
What else can you see?
That's fair, Kim.
All right.
God, I love Kim's voice. It's very good.
But
Yeah,
I
well,
also
all the
love
voices-
Minnesotan Kim. I just want to
Yeah,
say.
me too.
Aw, thank you guys. I miss him. So does Jeff Packard. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm listening to this voice acting, and I have like directed voice acting projects before.
Mhm.
But what's so interesting with something like this is that it's not just that their like accents are similar, their entire tone between everyone in this game, even from prior to this, like the little people that we've heard for like moments, it all seems to live in the same world in such an awe-inspiringly close way. Whoever directed
Yeah,
this
this is a voice direction thing because like
This is-
nobody would
yeah.
give the performances that they give in this naturally.
No.
It also
There's no
seems like
way.
a large majority, and I could be wrong about this, so don't hold me to it, but it seems to me like a majority of the voice actors may not be like full-time voice actors because sometimes like the performances they're giving just don't sound like that, and I mean that
No,
not in a
totally.
bad way.
They're
Yeah,
almost more
like intentionally.
naturalistic.
Yeah.
They're more natural. Yeah.
Exactly, but I don't know how you would voice direct something like this. Like, how do you? Clearly, they had a vision; they knew what they were coming at, and I think part of it was to evoke that old point and click, like kind of robotic voiced style that you'd get in like the 90s.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of emoting going on as well.
Yeah, and it's very sultry.
No, absolutely. I think it's super interesting. I agree with you. It's one of the odder voice direction picks I've ever heard, but it also is beautiful and consistent and really fascinating. So yeah.
And for how off kilter this game is, like it fits so well in such a different world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every line read is very like, I don't know, kind of personal and velvety. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. They feel like everyone's getting kind of really close to the mic and just like, you know, speaking in their normal tone of voice.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Very ASMR.
It is.
Yeah.
It is very ASMR. I wonder if that was part of it. It's like, okay, now imagine you're giving a little ASMR like podcast. Corey, I need you to settle down, please.
Okay.
Blah 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 blah. Also, for everybody who's watching, sorry if I'm a little off today. I got vaccinated yesterday, which is great, but I'm feeling just like a little woozy.
Yay!
We got a vaccinated girl
Look,
up in this house.
I'm happy as can be, but also I am a little like not high, but just like woozy.
That is totally fair.
And I
but
want
also,
everyone
yay.
just to know that if I go quiet for a little bit, it's because I have a cat in my lap and I'm thriving, I guess. But also feeling a little sick.
You're letting your body do its job and make those antibodies. Just
Make 'em
build them all up. like those fucking like, you know, those commercials of like Legos being built like in like fast time, like this time lapse videos. That's why
it's like if I went silent and had like a zoom in on me, that's what you'd see on a microscopic level is a bunch of Legos building very quickly.
Exactly.
And
That's
I love
a good
that
way
about
to describe the state of mind.
That's such a good visualization.
I just
You
want
just go
everyone to
quiet.
picture me meditating with a cat in my lap, and that's what's going on inside my brain.
Wait,
So
Gina, you said you're a Moderna baby, right?
I am. Yes, that is correct.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
The only one I
Yeah.
know.
The only one.
The only one
Yeah.
I know.
The only one around here. Yeah, that's true.
I feel like it's gonna be. Remember when Pokemon Go came out and everyone's like,
I'm Team Mystic. I'm Team.
Yeah, it's like I'm Pfizer, bitches.
Well, I'm Team Johnson and Johnson.
Oh
Yeah,
my
there's
God.
There's this small group of J&J who's like, oh no, our numbers are not nearly as powerful.
Oh my
They're like
God,
Team
that's so fucking funny though. Oh, Team Instinct, Team Valor.
Walk, Moderna, baby, working, move that Pfizer crazy.
God.
So yeah, I was sitting here feeling a little flushed, so I figured I'd let you all know, because between that and my shaky voice nerves from earlier that Allison picked up on, I think I'm a pretty open book. So
Well, I go get water if you ever need it. Like, take care of
Yeah,
yourself.
we can
I'll take
it
care of
easy
myself, I
tonight.
promise.
Yeah. It's good that we've got voice acting happening for us, so now that we don't have to put as much mental energy into keeping track of all the lines. So
That is true.
Yeah.
All right, an aberration. One soul is smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the missing Hardy boy. Wonder who he is.
Do you have any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
Great ideas, Lieutenant. Dang, I had none.
Yeah.
Those are both
Damn.
good ideas.
Chem is
He
so
regrets
helpful.
it the moment he says it.
Oh, uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
A drummer that's
Drummer?
stupid, so one of the people we're looking for is a drummer. Don't say anything, just nod.
Yeah, just nod. Don't make him feel bad.
I like it. Why is it telling me to be mad at Kim for his avant-garde thinking?
You want to do two?
No.
Wait, is number 2 like an angry response?
I can't tell. That's why I'm hesitating. What I don't want to do is make him feel bad. I want him to feel that we respect his creativity.
Yeah, because this is empathy talking, so I guess that would be 3, maybe? Where you
I
just
guess
kind of
3.
like, be
Yeah,
like,
we just nod. Just, yep. That's
I
a
don't
good
know
idea.
why I said that. We are not looking for a drummer. We are looking for a group of dock workers.
They can be both. Kim, they can be both.
Yeah, exactly.
The lieutenant clearly appreciates the chance to clear up the drummer issue himself.
No.
Perhaps it
No,
could
but it's
be a
okay. We
driver.
did well.
A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Well, we know a whole bunch of drivers. I've got great news about that. Not
That's true.
thoughtfully. I was actually thinking the exact same thing. Interesting. If only I had come up with that idea. I was actually thinking the exact same thing.
I like number 2, yeah. Where we'd be like, yeah, we're on the same
Doesn't
page
seem
here.
to hear you. Looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
We should
Oh,
keep
now
our
we've
eyes
got
open
narration.
around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yeah,
Yes,
prudent. And I'm not sure. We don't want to attract too much. We're already poking our nose.
Yeah,
into it.
number
Yeah.
1. Yeah.
We have all these. All we want is attention.
Yeah, that is true. We are drumming up attention everywhere we go, for better or for worse.
Drumming up
Lieutenant-
attention. Sorry.
but bum.
I had to.
It was really good. Thank you for catching that before it flitted away. Lieutenant writes down the information in his notebook, then reverts to the tracks in the mud. How old do you think these tracks are?
Yeah, that's a good
week,
question.
maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
Oh, well, that's true. Since
It is
the
not
body was in the street.
impossible.
How do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like
So they've
spring
just been kind
or
of
fall.
kept there and preserved.
Correct again.
Mm-hmm.
Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
Visual calculus, have you been here the whole time? I feel like you're really
Yeah.
sticking your neck out now, and I love it.
I suddenly feel like
Here
we're
to
very
help.
competent.
Yeah,
What was
visual
that?
calculus, where were you during all of our failures?
Wait, what did you say, Jake?
Well, visual calculus is just so competent. It's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, making. I feel like we are suddenly so competent.
I feel like we didn't earn visual calculus. I'm dubious about this. They feel like a parasite that hooked on the back of Kurt Disco's head, and they're like, "Here's the answer, son." And you're like, "Oh God, okay, all right."
What do you think happened here? Do you want to just ask
What
him
do I
that? See what you think? Yeah.
A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
So far, so good. Only one thing missing.
He looks at the tracks, face lighting up from the realization.
Of course,
Ooh.
there were 8 tracks, but there are only 7 Hardy Boys.
Corey,
Yeah.
stop it. Corey,
8
stop
tracks,
it.
7 Hardy Boys.
Corey, I just want to report.
What you do?
Corey was trying to play the video game. She was tapping at the keyboard.
I heard that. I heard it. I heard the little tap, and I was like, "Is that?"
That's Coriander. She wants to be a gamer. You
Corey,
are a
you can be a
gamer.
gamer.
You can be a gamer, darling. I know 8 tracks, 7 Hardy Boys. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which one is missing, do you think? I'm going to say it was our odd soul.
So the odd soul was present at the lynching, but isn't in the best hall right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I doubt the Hardys are going to tell us who this person is. For now, it's best if we just keep our eyes open. I'm sure our investigation will eventually lead us to the odd soul.
We've been through
Good to
all of
know.
it. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So next
Well, that's
question:
useful.
do we want to ask Kuno where to store the body? I feel like we've run out of options, but
Yeah.
asking Kuno feels really silly.
Yeah, we did say that it was going to be like 2 birds with 1 stone. Just stone. Do both of that
Yeah.
here. So.
Let's do it.
2 birds
Apparently-
with 1 stone.
Show before. A cube came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
That is a different Kuno. Hey, buddy.
It is a different Kuno.
This is odd. You've been replaced by a different boy. Who is this
thank
boy?
you, thank you, Coast Workshop, for subscribing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. He's so low now. His voice.
Yeah.
Fucked the tree up. Fucked it good. It was porno.
All right.
All right,
Allison, you
Kuno
kind
ass.
of killed it, though.
Is a racial
Oh, thank
slur.
you.
Allison, you were really close to what she ended up sounding like.
Thank you.
I believe short. I do think we still need old Kuno whenever you voice him though, because old Kuno is best Kuno just by pure range.
Also, I appreciate Encyclopedia for being like, by the way, that was a racial slur.
Thanks.
Just
I appreciate it.
Honestly, at least we know. That's good.
I do appreciate when the video game is like, hey, so you're aware. And I'm like, good to know. I can skip that word.
Yeah. We could yell at him and say,
stop yelling the K
word.
word. It belongs in the past.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
I'm not saying the second one. I hate it.
Yeah. Not the second one. Oh yeah, kids.
Yep, no, these all suck.
No, we're gonna do number one.
Every single one. Get out of
Can't
here.
tell Kuno what words to use. Fucking kipped.
He imbues the last syllable with a special kind of joy.
Great.
Looks like it does have a place in the future after all. And what is this? A word museum? You want to belong in a museum, Kuno, with the old people? I love this.
Ooh, I like
Do
that
that
one.
Kuno says kipped if he wants to. Kuno's dad says kipped all the time. Kipped's a cool word.
Yeah, okay.
Kipped.
All right.
God damn it.
Engine is
The
coming
little one
alive on the
sputters.
other side of the fence. An engine that only says kipped.
Thanks, conceptualization. I really needed that.
Kipped. All right. Shut it down, see. The cunt has business to do.
I actually like his new voice.
She's
I'm gonna be.
Victorian.
I hate
I
to say
kinda
it.
Yeah,
I hate to say it. I like it a lot. I think it's
No,
better.
me as well, a lot.
But I do miss talking. I really miss that.
I miss peeking the mic. I agree with that, but I do actually like his voice a lot.
I love that Discord just erases your Kuno voice.
We never got along. I kept trying to get Discord on board.
Discord is like, you're gonna have to keep auditioning, buddy. We're not there yet. All right. Do we just want to ask him about a fridge?
Yeah, let's just do it.
For the fuck imp. Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing.
That's nice. Honestly, that's
Good.
kind of nice.
Thank God, because I saw it coming and I'm like, I don't know how you're gonna deal with this game. We're about to find out.
I would love to highlight the Kuhnmeister.
The
I love
Kuhnmeister.
that. That's funny.
Jesus.
I thought
you would. Where is it? Well, I thought you
Yeah.
would, man.
Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno? What's the return on Kuno's investment?
I thought he was gonna say it's up my ass, and then we were like, "Oh, great!"
This is, valid, but
Corpse in the yard.
Pan out.
Let's see. A corpse-free yard. Don't you have civic pride, kind sir? I'll repay you for this information one day. Right now, the clock is ticking, and convince the Kuno to spill the beans. And then also this.
What is this? Rhetoric?
Yeah.
It's a red check.
We have a point if I want to.
Oh, you do have a point.
Yeah.
Well,
Where's rhetoric?
our intellect is our second highest thing, so you could throw it into rhetoric.
What is? We've never really encountered rhetoric. Practice the art of persuasion. Enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. I mean, I like that.
Persuasion's important.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
I do too. That's very classic, RPG.
Yeah.
Up your, your persuasion skill.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, I've really been enjoying just going with whatever we need in the moment. It's
is
giving
kind
us a
of
really
fun.
interesting build.
Yeah, it's like, it's not a deliberate build. It's a build of us desperately trying to be the person other people want us to be, which is a character in and of itself.
I like that.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm perfectly fine with building out.
Oh,
That.
yeah.
Ooh.
Here we go. We better
Way
do it.
better.
By killing in his territory, someone has openly challenged Kuno. It's in his best interest to put them in their place.
Oh, good rhetoric. Good. Attaboy. Some
That's good.
arrogant shit thinks he can kill in the Kuno's kingdom without asking the Kuno first? That sounds like lawlessness to me.
A dark flame smolders in Kuno's eyes as he ponders your argument. Wordless, like kings do.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
This outlaw's fate is in your hands. Let's make an example of him. Help me locate him using fridge body technology.
All right, Kuno, where's ya? See that shit house over there?
He points to the collapsed building with the bookstore. Yeah.
It's also
A cold
it's
comes over
oddly.
you as you
Hold on,
glance
sorry.
behind him
No,
at
you're
the
good.
crumbling colossus there. casting a shadow on you.
It's oddly charming because like our relationship with Kuno is such a like, you know, adult to kid, like we need to solve this mystery, but I'm dealing with a kid here, like a snotty-nosed kid with racial slurs, but a kid nonetheless.
I have a slight counter argument, which is at any given moment he could sit Kuno ass on us and she will murder us.
That's true.
There's definitely a tension there.
That's true.
But she's way over there. I don't feel threatened by her.
I don't know. But it's that paired up with the fact of like, you know, he says his dumb bullshit and then he's like, because my dad says it. Like he does have that power, but also is such a child. Like he has no idea what's actually going on.
Yeah, and it's not even like normal it's not the power he thinks he has. It's just a scary like loaded gun power that like I would prefer wasn't pointed at me, but it is what it is.
True. Yeah. It's a good point about Kuno S is that she is definitely the one that like is the one that can inflict harm.
Yeah.
But I don't know. She's on the other side of the fence right now, so it's
That's
like
valid. You make a valid point. Yes, I see it.
For all we know, she could be a coward and doesn't actually do anything. I don't know, and it's all talk. But
I mean, she wasn't the one that said she was a murderer. Kuno was.
True. That's a good point. Kuno is afraid of her.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Yes, I see it. The big tall one behind you.
You're gonna get in that shit? In there deep?
What do you mean
What?
in there deep? And how do I get in the building again? Oh, this might. I wonder if this is the building. Anyway, well, we'll check that in a moment. What do you mean in there deep?
Check the fucking basement, pig. Don't you know anything? Always check the fucking basement, recon style.
Okay.
Okay, his voice still
Down
does
there,
sit very high.
Fucking will fit, no problem. It looks like a white bird or some shit. Try not to piss yourself when you see it.
Okay.
Oh, we've been in here, right?
Well, that's what I want to see. There's a building behind us that we've been in that we managed to unlock. There's also a building that we need to eventually unlock for the I forgot his name. The union leader.
Right. Right.
So I don't know if they're the same building or if this is one of those buildings and they're different buildings. We'll find out. But let's see if he knows a way to get in.
Through the bookstore, you gotta beg the book bitch. Used to be you could get in there through the doorbell, jam that shit. Book bitch changed that. Kuno doesn't beg, so Kuno doesn't go there anymore.
All right. Yeah,
Okay,
we definitely
have
haven't.
not done
This is this. We can
Yeah,
see
you're
it.
right.
We can see it on the screen. And we definitely haven't been there before. Beg the book
Yeah,
bitch.
book bitch, beggar. You stupid or something?
He means the bookstore. We have to ask.
Oh, we know
Plaisance
exactly where that is.
Is
Got
the
it.
mother of the little girl peddling books on the plaza. We have to ask Plaisance in the store.
This is where we got our map.
Impressive
Okay.
note-keeping, Lieutenant.
See, the cloud gets it. Listen to your four-eyed friend.
Okay, thanks, Kuno.
You didn't hear it from
All right.
Kuno, pig. But don't forget where you heard it from.
Okay, all right.
Kuno owns you now, pig. You're Kuno's property.
All right, I'm less thrilled
right.
about that. We don't have enough
Whatever.
money to buy those pants, so we're not going to do it.
Kuno doesn't
Aw.
fucking care.
All right, buddy.
All right,
Look,
right.
Aggressive. That was aggressive.
no need to be so aggressive. We're all in the same. Who is that? Who are you? Who are you?
Person smoking?
Yeah.
Up there. Ooh.
We'll find out.
Who is
We're going to find out at a later
that?
date. We're going to figure that out, but there's a person and I want to know who they are.
Yes.
Okay.
Anytime there's a new person,
I
we're like,
wonder, does it make sense to go through the daughter? Or should we just go straight to the...
we should probably just go straight. That's
Okay.
what I was gonna say.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
hmm
Here we go.
Let's see. I'm digging the voice acting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
really enjoying it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so like I know we talked about it, but it's so captivating. So like when everyone starts talking, I'm just kind of like, oh. Don't you have to talk? Oh,
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Shopkeeper, what's behind the curtains? Examine the strange cage-like trinket. Pull the curtains. Ignore the curtains for now. I'm gonna examine.
number one, or is that too forward?
I'm gonna leave him. I'm gonna go talk to her and see what our dialogue options are, and then we
Okay.
can figure out how we want to pursue this.
Okay. Yeah,
Hello
that sounds
again,
good.
esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
I was told that there's a huge fridge in the building cellar. Can you lead me there?
That's all right.
I
Sure.
mean, I guess the question is, do we want to approach this as police, or do we want to approach this from a different angle? I guess.
I mean,
We could start maybe another angle, and hopefully it'll give us the option to get there.
Okay, so then I go back. Oops. So I go back to the curtains and ask what the curtains are for.
Sure. Yeah, you could do that, or you can inspect the little trinket on the front of the
You
curtains.
see a tattered set of curtains. You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw.
Huh.
Inside,
Whoa.
a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you.
Not what I was expecting.
Did not expect that.
Nope.
Hmm.
Check that out.
Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Okay. Then yeah, shopkeeper, what's behind the curtains? We'll start there.
Yeah.
I mean, we can open them, but
No, let's ask. Let's ask.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Now, please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks
Okay,
almost
weird.
as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books.
interesting.
Oddly
Huh.
enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Do you want me to open them, or do you want me to go
Yeah,
ask?
just pull them open. Just pull them
Oh.
open.
Just
Just
say, oh.
as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Her hand has closed around her pendant, her fingers nervously playing with the talisman.
Parapsychologically
Open it.
speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
Whoa.
What?
She looks away,
What?
mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Okay,
I've heard there's a
alright.
fridge there that I need. Man, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there.
But I sense this place calling to me. I must investigate beyond the threshold. I don't care. You can't stop me. I'll open them. I kind of am tempted to do 3.
To
Yeah,
to
do
play
three
into her
too,
thing.
that's
Yeah, that's playing with fire there.
Ooh, that is though.
Do it. I say do it. Take the risk.
Yeah, try it. See what happens.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains.
Oh.
Step away, dear sir.
Just say I'm going.
One or two, I would say.
Yeah.
I'll do
Yeah, either one of
2,
those.
2, 1.
Do we want to tell the fridge?
I would do 1.
Everybody
Yeah.
suddenly needs something from there. Leave the curtains be. It's what it
Everybody.
wants.
Who's everybody? Who is
Yeah, what?
everybody?
I've done this.
Was that
What is
though?
going on?
Ma'am, this is different. I'm the police.
Why?
Yeah.
It's not like anyone was killed there.
What?
She stops abruptly as her hand flies over her mouth, baffled by her own bluntness.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
my
I don't
God.
want to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
Oh my gosh.
Plaisance,
I don't
you
care.
just
you can't
jumped to
stop
the
me.
top of the list.
What?
This
She
is
just got
great.
sus as hell.
Yeah, do 4. Just do it.
I was gonna say 5.
I'm gonna try something.
Oh.
Let's
Okay.
just talk about this first, all right? There's no reason for you to venture into the unknown.
I want to.
You want to try talking to her now?
Coward? Think about
Whoop.
the marvelous adventures waiting for us on the other side.
Okay, all
Oh
right.
my God.
Look,
Big terrific
There
necktie.
is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful.
see, Inland Empire has our back. They're on the up and up. They're weird,
Thank you.
but they're on the
Thank
up
you,
and
Inland
up.
Empire. I
The
do love that
curtains,
horrific
tattered
necktie
with
had a different
age and
voice.
covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Rip them apart this time for real. I'm gonna ignore them for a moment. I want to go talk to her.
Okay.
Yeah, now talk to her after that exchange. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Why are you so uptight
That's
about the
all we
curtains?
know.
I want to know what's on the
Yeah.
other side.
I
Yeah.
already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
I have terrible news. Your spell isn't working.
She's trying to get everybody to not notice the curtains.
Well,
and
no,
it doesn't
she clearly
work.
thinks that there's some sort of like gaze
Like
on this
ward
place.
on it.
Like you walk in and you're under a gaze and you need to go, like you're compelled to do something. That's like what's going on with her talisman and so on. That's why she keeps touching it and fiddling with it. But it ain't working. I don't know if we're in a fantasy realism genre, and it kind of feels like we're not.
I don't know.
But I don't know. We could be. Yeah, it's just storage room. Then why do you have that strange trinket on the curtains? Yeah.
It's just for decoration.
She wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed into a tight-lipped smile. Then something breaks.
Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing.
Who are
you
they?
happy now,
Who calls
officer?
it that?
Happy that you've ruined everything?
She closes her eyes and starts mumbling something to her pendant.
Sorry, Plaisance.
I don't. You know what? Let's just
Take
keep
it
telling me
easy.
more.
You've broken her resistance. Pushing her further will gain nothing.
How does the curse manifest itself? Why don't you just tell me right away? Why didn't you just tell me right away that it's a curse? And have you sought some help from anyone? Ooh, that
Maybe
one.
have you sought help? Yeah.
Yes. I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards.
She nods at the strange cage-like trinket on the curtains.
The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear it's not enough.
Your pendant is part of the wards as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's have that.
Oh,
yeah.
yes. No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was right.
Yep.
There are numerous
Hell yeah.
spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Have you
my gosh.
gathered data on that? Have you been tracking it over time? Is there a control group? Do you have a control group, Plaisance?
Who guaranteed it?
I
we
like
need to,
her.
We need to study this Plaisance. We need to measure it.
How does this curse manifest itself?
Yeah.
Like, what
The
does it do
curse.
exactly?
Is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
A shiver runs through the woman, and she looks around the dimly lit store.
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
She peers at the curtains again. I think this might just be all of Martinez's Plaisance. I have terrible news.
Oh no.
Didn't that curtain just move?
What?
Wait, what?
What? Okay, I'm a little
Wait.
confused. What does that mean? Wait, that's it? I was hoping for something more paranatural. Okay, I'm a little confused. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Everyone knows that all the previous companies in this building have sooner or later declared bankruptcy, and their malicious spirits are still here, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements.
I have a question, Plaisance. Do you have a parking lot? Could be that it's hard to park.
True?
That's probably it.
I'd
You
say
got
that
it.
80% of the time, that's the problem, Plaisance, is people can't park to visit your store.
There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Is somebody living in the walls? Is this Parasite? Is that why the curtain moved? Is there somebody down?
God.
Because I'm
Is
trying
there,
to
is
figure
there
out.
subsonic sound? Like, is there something like,
Well-
that weird rumbling that, humans can't really hear, but you can feel it and it gives you that sense of unease?
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
one option. What I'm wondering is why Kuno had been in here. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like
That's a
Kuno,
really good
Kuno came
question.
here with some frequency and knew about this before he refused to beg to Plaisance. So something's going on.
Mm-hmm. This is interesting.
I'm thinking children are living in the walls.
Oh my
Children
god.
in the vents!
Children in the vents.
There's children
Sounds
in the
familiar.
vents.
Strange.
Infrasound.
I
thank
feel
you.
unwanted too.
Unwanted.
What does it mean? Sure. Maybe she'll sympathize.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah, let's try it.
So, perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. You shouldn't stay in the store too long. It may be dangerous.
Would you like me to take the case? I could investigate, see if the curse is real.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah, maybe
Most
then she'll let us
certainly
in.
not. I don't want
Oh.
anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
Plaisance,
We
I
just
have
wanna-
this necktie. And
And it
I want you
does-
to wear it, and I want to see if it talks to you.
Because I swear it talks to me.
It definitely talks to me. And this at
And
least will
it's
help
telling
me
me
rule. This will help me rule out some options if you can hear
Yeah, we're
it.
like, this will help us figure out what kind of genre piece we're in. if
Yeah.
you can-
Plaisance, we're still
So
trying to
are-
determine the genre, and we need your help.
My
So
liege,
are we gonna go
you
past
know
the
what this
curtain?
case calls for?
Oh,
it's drama.
paradetective.
Hell yeah, drama.
we need to be a paradetective. Convince her
Yes.
to let her
Let's do
investigate.
it.
Yes,
It's
yes,
I.
yes, yes.
Do it. Hell yeah.
Slither up to
Yeah.
her, you
Hell yeah.
silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Drama, I don't always trust you, but I love your support.
I'm trusting drama right now.
I trust you in this exact moment. Wait, what if I don't want to lie? Ma'am, I came here. I've handled paranatural situations before.
I like
Why?
that.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I have returned from the void, a paradetective from a long line of paradetectives.
You're no paradetective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but
Hey now, hey. You need the booze to focus, all right?
Okay, electrochemistry, I liked you better when
Electrochemistry,
you weren't
get outta
voiced.
here.
Yeah. You now take up more time, electrochemistry. I don't know how I feel about that.
The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook. Go ahead then. Rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes.
I love that read of Kim.
Robert.
Kim is like, sure, let's see how this gambit pays off.
Yeah, good luck.
All right.
Good luck.
Good luck. I admit, I've had my share of drinks, but only because the special realm is psychologically taxing. And you see, it's necessary to drink the spirits in order to contact the spirits, is the way it should read, but it says the void.
I don't know. Number one, maybe?
how
Yeah.
do you know all this?
Here we go.
Huh.
Hey.
I
Well, we only
am
have one option.
the Void Revenant. I have the powers to debad all the bad energies.
That's so bad.
I can
Wait,
realise
he buys
the
this.
pattern lies within the fabric. The hand of fate guides us. Our meeting couldn't have been mere chance.
Perhaps
There
you
we
truly
go.
are the one
Good idea to
deliver
talk with
this
her.
woman from the doom.
Yeah, Inland Empire, maybe we are. Definitely support our delusions. I appreciate that.
Perfect.
Inland Empire's here being like, look, the world isn't that magical, so I'm gonna make it magical. Just you wait.
It's magical thinking.
I will interpret this in whatever way makes it most narratively compelling, and narrative be damned.
But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
No problem whatsoever. Your family is safe. The phantoms are no match for me. Just ask my partner, Kim. He'll vouch for me. No, let's not drag Kim
Don't bring
into
Kim
this.
into
Yeah.
this.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
Hand on your heart, on my honor.
On my
Actually, I'm not
honor.
feeling the vibe anymore. I just wanted to get to the fridge.
On my honor.
I love that this is an option, though.
I was gonna say, if I were in a different mood, I would just fucking go with number two.
Yeah,
but
just be
not
like,
that-
look, lady, I thought this would be funny, but it turns out I really just need to get a body.
Yeah,
into
you're
a fridge.
believing me way more than I thought you would.
Yeah, and I know I'm
so-
feeling uncomfortable about it, but you know, in for a penny.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.
There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Oh, great.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
terrific
Please
news.
Tell me.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
God, drama. Love the support. The entity, of
Of
course.
course, the entity.
For I have sensed its presence.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Is that the one out back?
Oh.
Chimneys aren't big enough for that
maybe.
chimney.
No,
the passage-
number 2.
Yep, chimney. The,
The
passage between heaven and hell.
Hell, of
Of
course.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin.
Thank you, Inland
Oh
Empire.
gosh.
Discover. Probably just office space. And the damn fridge. Don't be scared.
Thank you, Logic.
Yeah, usually fan logic, but honestly, let's have some fun with it. I have a few more questions about the
Yeah.
curse. Yeah.
Okay, but please,
Sure.
only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits.
Oh no, we're good. Sorry, we're good.
We're
The
good.
woman
Yeah.
before you scans.
Okay, all right, let's go.
Okay. All right.
Let's
now we
do
can
it.
go in. Well, we we did convince her, so that's
You
good.
see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to
I
another
guess
room.
pull them open.
A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Da da da
You
da.
Oh,
see a
we
dimly
found
lit room
it.
full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
That's it. That's the full voice line. Escapes from Plaisance as she tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands.
Oh, she can't bear the sight. Oh,
It's okay, Plaisance.
It's all
Don't
right.
you worry.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Ooh, we got a big painting in there.
Who's
Can we look at these
this?
things?
a vaguely
Ooh.
androgynous portrait of a man. It
Okay.
looks like Guillaume Le Millon, the hair poster. That hair poster.
Oh.
I want this. I want this.
What's
Thank
that
you.
other
Ghostly
thing?
silhouettes of hair dryers. So this, yeah, this used to be like a hair
Used to be a salon. Yeah.
Look at all these wards. Look how warded
Oh
this
my
door
god,
is.
there's so many wards on it.
Oh my god.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little
Oh.
oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
So basically,
Lock
really
it
good
with a
thing we
key?
didn't try to force our way in here because that
Yeah.
wouldn't have worked out too well. But we have a
After
key.
exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Kim,
Ooh.
maybe you should go first. Open the door.
No, we're a star. We're a star. Take it.
We're a
We're
star.
a star. We got
Yeah.
ourselves into this.
Oh my god, this feels like progression. This feels. Ooh. Oh! It's a gym!
It's a gym.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
nice, actually. I mean, like, it's for an underground gym, but like, it's it's got
Wait,
light.
Kim has something. Does Kim have something
Yeah,
to
can
say?
we talk to Kim?
What's up, Kim?
What's up, Kim?
What is this place?
The lieutenant stares at the dusty training equipment. It's an adventure. It's the netherworld beyond the veil. Looks like a gym to me.
Looks like a gym to me.
I feel like we should drop the axe for Kim.
Yeah, I like number
Otherwise
three.
he's gonna worry
kinda
about
like
us.
number one.
It's
kinda like
okay.
number
That is
one.
kind of fun.
Yeah.
No, it's a gym. Now it looks like no one's been here in ages.
I love Kim.
I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
Fine.
An eerie
Oh.
feeling rises in your chest.
What if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages? Let's just keep going. I'm sure it's just a regular abandoned house. Nothing mysterious here. I mean,
Number two.
that is true. Although there's part of me that feels like obviously this is playing into the thing, but I do. All joking aside, I think there's somebody living in here. I mean, we know there is. There's somebody in the chimney, which is part of this area. Like, I think there's something
didn't-
going on here.
Didn't Kuno say that there was someone down here too, and they said just like don't interact? I thought Kuno had
No,
said
I thought
that
he
there
said
was
don't be
someone-
afraid of the fridge because it looks like a bear.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Fair.
Yeah, I could.
No, I think
I'm
you're
gonna.
right.
I'm gonna say
That
this.
was the wrong
because
read
it's
for me.
closed.
Okay.
No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
All right.
All right.
No, fine.
I guess we gotta get our flashlight out.
Yes.
Yeah. Deek.
Magnificent. Private-
Why does he hold it like that?
I don't know. I forgot that you could hold things. I can.
You're holding like a crowbar right now.
Yeah. Is there anything? Was there something new? Why is no, nope, nope, nope. Okay, no, I guess not. Oh,
What?
I hate this.
Hold it like a normal
Wait,
person.
that's so weird.
I hate this. This isn't fun at all. Oh my god, not a fan.
Oh, we can take that?
I got a shot put.
We got a shot put ball. All right, cool.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them.
Oh, physical instrument. No.
There are
I'm
no
a
collars
pass.
on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Thank you, visual calculus.
Thank
Always
you,
here
visual
for us.
calculus.
Why does it feel so familiar?
Whoa. Huh. That's...
Look, Kim, it's a trap. There's no collars on the barbell.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of bastard would just remove the collars? It should be a felony. Actually, I don't really care about safety hazard.
I don't really care about safety
I
hazards.
don't really care
It would be
about
a
safety.
violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
It's a
We
familiar
gonna
because
try
I'm
to
a
lift it?
Wait,
No,
were we
no.
A weightlifter?
I think we
No,
might.
we
don't
we're
have any
winged
ability to
out.
heal anymore, and that will
We're a
hurt
noodle.
us. Yeah.
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone.
Is that in basic training or?
A memory.
It's
Oh,
just
yeah, maybe.
a memory. A memory from another life. When you were young and fit.
Okay, I'm gonna leave
Aw.
leave that. Was this?
What's this? Nope. Oh,
Okay.
well, varsity look
All right.
unsafe.
Well,
We're not going to do that.
I
guess
should I be
let's keep
carrying
going.
around a crowbar and a flashlight? I guess. Yeah. I guess we're just doing this.
Yeah, I guess so. You're armed with light and weapon.
The hallway is
suppose.
blocked by old window panes and debris.
Moving down this way? Okay.
Just checking. Nope. It's just Kim. This is fun.
Gosh, this
Very
is
dark.
getting
Ooh.
creepy.
Ooh, this taxidermy?
Wild animals stare at you from the dark, stuffed and mounted. Poor animals, no rest for their bodies after death. I mean, that could be related to Gart. No,
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Large
Full of
demijohn
strange
full of
liquid.
strange liquid.
Huh.
This is ooh.
This is spooky.
This is creepy. Yeah.
Ooh.
And
There's someone's
mannequins?
living back here? Of course there's fucking mannequins.
There's mannequins and taxidermy. This is like designed to be. They're like, how many horror tropes can we hit in one room?
Yeah.
A naked mannequin torso, a strange yellow color. Ooh, the music got all cool too. Love
We
it.
got cool music.
Love it. Blue velvet, soft to the touch, moth bitten.
Ooh, yeah, you gotta read it like a disco line.
That's our new voice style.
Yeah. Ooh, money.
Ooh, there's
Ooh,
things.
155 rail. That's a lot.
That's good.
No, it was $1,
Oh, never mind.
and that was $3.
Oh, it's $1, 1.55 real.
Got it. I saw it that way too, Allison.
It's like
$155.
$155.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What is this?
What?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect
Just
the
go
drawings.
These
Yeah.
lithe,
Yeah.
pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic.
Okay.
Whoa.
I was gonna say
Whoa.
an elf, but clearly this is something new.
Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space.
this shit's getting crazy.
This is look, we took a whole different genre today, and I respect
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
We're just becoming like a sci-fi like horror film.
Who are
We had a
all
vibe
those
check
creatures?
and then everything went
Fantasies
sideways.
Of a tortured, feverish mind? You should adopt one of those Welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a Welkin.
Drama. You just
One of the Welkins, towering
Drama
among
speaks
the
my
rest,
language.
appears to be different, however.
examine the Welkin. This is important.
It's
Yeah,
Vara
nice.
Hamira, a high Welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged.
Now, why'd
Well-
they suddenly
well-
become racist elves?
Why?
Why'd the Welkins have to be like that?
Racist
The
elves.
Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
An
Dread
inordinate amount of
Welkin.
time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
I know, the Dread Welkin is pretty... Oh, great Dread Welkin.
Are the Dread Vulcan like drow?
Yeah, you know what? Yes, I think that's correct.
Analogous D&D
Are
creature?
Welkin,
I
are
don't know.
Welkin real things? Can somebody look that up while I'm playing the video game?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I
While
want
you're
to. I want to
playing.
know whether that's like for this alt universe lore, and they are like elves, or whether that's an actual myth from somewhere. That would be good to know. Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions. One of them is a Welkin supremacist, I say in a whisper. One of them's a Welkin supremacist. And, well, this has been educational. Time to move on from the Welkins.
I would do number 1.
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
Oh, that's very meta, Kim. Kim looks directly behind you at the creator who's standing in the shadows in the corner of your room. And you have to turn around and wave at them and say, thank you very much, Studio Zom, for making this game.
It's archaic or Middle English for the sky, the region of clouds, the upper air, aether, or the heavens.
Okay, so no, kind
Not-
of.
Yeah, kind of.
This looks
I
like
think-
concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Okay, so yeah, somebody was making a game here, it looks like.
That's so-
Maybe. One of them is a Welkin supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard too.
You're right, Kim, he does! Well, this has been
I
education.
love Kim.
I do too.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
And for what?
Love Kim.
All gone.
That one's got a good beard. Inspect the
The
photos.
photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit
Whoa.
dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world.
Okay,
Thanks,
electrochemistry.
Electrochemistry is always on something. Like,
Any like thread that they can pick up on, which I suppose is accurate.
Yeah.
Unrelated, I don't know. There's a reason that line reminded me of this, but I did want to mention it. So somehow I missed the show Infinity Train throughout all of its run. It like
You're
full
telling me
3
about this,
seasons.
Gina?
Yeah, I completely missed it. I didn't know it existed. But I found it over the weekend and I watched all 3 seasons. And that show is wild good. Incredibly good. But B, there's a specific instance in season 3 that this is reminding me of a little bit. But yeah, highly recommended. It's one of those shows, that animated shows, that's been like canceled and moved. It clearly moved from Cartoon Network to HBO at like between seasons 2 and 3, and ooh boy, does that affect the tone a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a really interesting one. They're like, oh, we're not making this for Cartoon Network anymore? Okay. We're gonna have fun. Oh, and they do.
Wow.
Really, really good show for those who haven't heard of it. It's kind of concept art, the TV show. It's about a train, an infinite train that runs forever, and every single car is a different universe, basically. And so like there's lots of different styles of universes. Some are bigger, some are small. There's lots of different creative characters in them. And it's about the passengers who are humans who get stuck on the train, and they need to navigate it and learn something from it. And it's just really interesting. It's got pretty well built lore, really good characters, and a really fascinating season structure, probably in part because it kept getting canceled. It has a pretty interesting approach to how it handles seasons, and I like it a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm so
highly
excited to check
recommend
it out. Yeah. It sounds very high concept, which I'm really interested in.
It's very high concept. It's very bold. Like all 3 seasons are really they're out there, especially the third one. The third one is really doing some stuff. Not always fully successfully, but when it hits, it's like wild good. I don't know. I just was kind of floored by it because I didn't know anything about it, and then was super impressed. So yeah.
Oh, nice. Cool. It's the guy who did a bunch of regular show, right?
Yeah, I think it's one of the regular show creators.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then I'm pretty sure Ashley Johnson plays the main character in seasons 1 and 2. Yeah, exactly. It's Flunger. I got there a second after you. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Great voice cast, great characters, and it goes places. That's all I'm gonna say.
How cool!
It really goes some places.
That is so cool. Oh yeah, I'm excited to check it out. It sounds really neat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry, I realize it's a wild derail, but there's a part of this that just reminded me of something, and I've been wanting to bring it up. Mainly so I could tell you about it, Short, because I think you'd really enjoy it.
No, this sounds awesome. I'm kind of doing research over here.
Yeah.
And it sounds amazing. Also, one of the main characters is also played by the writer and the regular show guy.
Mm-hmm.
He plays the main character as well. That's so cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Well,
nice.
Not the main character, because that's played
not
by
the, but like one of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
A character.
That is correct. I know who you're talking about. Just yeah. No, it's really cool. It's very, very cool. So if anybody watching hasn't seen it, I recommend it.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
We can
Thank
proceed.
you.
A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Ooh.
Okay. So this is it's a concept art board. It looks like somebody here was developing something.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money.
Probably a game, because
It seems
this
like
is
a game.
This is a video
Everyone
game, and this is
constantly
meta.
teetering on the edge of the abyss, an abyss of production. These squares look orderly, but beneath them is chaos, worry, pain.
Okay, keep reading.
What
What
happened?
happened?
As
What
time
happened?
goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Tragic.
Looks like they
Aw.
didn't make it.
The lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field of nothingness.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Okay.
Is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe."
Maybe
Oh
not
my
that
God.
third one.
That was
This is intense.
pretty meta. I'll be the first to acknowledge it.
That's funny,
Please
though.
look at, oh my God,
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
He sounds surprised and a bit cautious.
I just want to step back here for a moment and just appreciate the art of this game and just the atmosphere of this environment that we're in.
Mhm.
And God, I just love how they've created this world, this like, I don't know, 2.5D space that we're inhabiting. And it's, I don't know, I'm just kind of considering it right now. It's blowing my mind a little bit.
It's breathtaking. The
yeah.
aesthetic that this game creates is something I've never felt before in a game. It's really interesting. And
Yeah.
it's very point and clicky, but like, I don't know, the way they design the world is just so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's beautiful and amazing. I'm just I'm thoroughly impressed by it, and it's kind of just all like hitting me now. I don't know why. But maybe it's just how atmospheric the space that we're in right now. So
But we are
Yeah.
looking for a fridge, and we are pressed for time, so...
On the other hand,
all right.
it's not that I'm not interested in abandoned radio computers.
Do you think I should turn it on?
Hmm.
Maybe the body has stopped decomposing somehow. I don't know. You're in charge of this expedition, officer.
Okay, all right.
That was underhanded.
Fine, I'll come
Jeez.
back to it. God, man.
I do think we should turn it on though.
Scribbled across. I know. I get what they're saying. We should get the body in the fridge and then explore.
Yeah. All right, Kim.
All right, Kim. You make
We
a
will
valid
do
point,
that.
but I don't have to like it. Okay, here we go. Ooh.
Hmm.
Magnesium. Yay,
Oh,
I finally have.
Nice.
Thank God.
Oh, there's the bear. Oh wait, its
Yeah.
eyes are glowing.
Oh my God. He wasn't
Oh my
lying.
God. Because it's a it's like a
You
like
see
a
terrifying
novelty
ice bear
fridge.
with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
It's
That's
2
so
stories tall. Who would ever
That's
need
so
this?
funny.
Oh my God. This is
Imagine
like a
this in our backyard, Gina.
I know.
I imagine seeing this at like an amusement park where, you know, you're going to a concession stand and you get your Coke out of the fridge.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's
the
in
Coke
this
polar
bear. Yeah.
Now here's the question. When I crack the door open, are we going to find a different dead body in
Thus,
the fridge?
freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator.
Okay.
The lieutenant
Okay.
takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim. It's the fridge, remember? Look inside the fridge.
The shelves are empty. All
Yeah.
you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is
rats.
huge.
There's lots of rats
Whoa.
in here, in case everyone missed that. Just wanted to report on the rat situation. Mini.
Oh, great.
This is clearly the fridge. It looks big enough for 2 corpses. One day we're going to open the fridge again and there's going to be a second corpse in it. Take the note from
God
the
damn
door.
it, if there's another corpse in this fridge.
Examine one of the ice cream wrappers. What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Kind of like that.
I
Good
would
question.
take the no. Oh, okay.
It looks like
Sorry.
an ice cream fridge.
The lieutenant reaches out for one of the wrappers. He studies it in the light. So
It is. It's like it feels like it's from a theme park.
No, not in my actual part. No, on screen there were many rats.
That came out of
No,
the fridge.
Not, you know what? You're right. My life does typically have plagues that afflict my area, and that's valid. And you know what? I will take a big step back. You're valid, and thank you for asking. In the video game, there are rats. You're correct.
It started with ants and they attracted the rats.
No,
Oh,
don't
God.
do this to me. So they tried to
No.
yes.
What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The lieutenant points at the red, snaky cable running from the fridge.
The fridge
It's still
buzzes
plugged in.
with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Oh yeah, someone's paying for that.
Yep.
That's true.
You're-
Which means someone's intentionally using it still. He said, because Kim did remark when we walked in here, he's like, the electricity's not on, but this thing's plugged in.
Yeah. I mean, there's light coming from here, so there may be some, I don't know.
True. you want to see what the ice cream was?
Well-
Do a harmless thing before we.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
Okay. The note.
You pocket the note.
Yeah.
And the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Sure, I'll take them. I guess I have taken them.
It's certainly
yeah,
an
number one.
eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
But the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent as we can.
Shall we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
Okay, let's do
this.
it.
The body is heavier than you expected. And
Oh, we're just cutting to it.
stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge.
Oh god.
What do we do?
The
What do we do
lieutenant
about the
takes a
bookkeeper?
step back to admire your handiwork.
Do we just tell her
Beautiful.
to look away
Dead
when
body
we
in the
walked
bare
in?
fridge.
This is
I
part
guess
of it.
so.
Best body's work I've
Avert
ever
your
done.
eyes.
A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done. This is Kim Kitsuragi.
Oh my gosh. I'm not sure I believe you.
That's a good line.
But here's the thing about Kim, right? Here's the thing about Kim. He carried the body down here and stuffed it in a bear fridge. Like,
I get the vibe of Kim being like, well, I don't really have any other choice.
he has so many choices.
Here we go.
An infinite number of choices. He could call and have the body picked up. He could do so many things.
True.
He chooses not to. I see you, Kim. I see
Kim
you.
is just as bad as us.
Kim is
without a
every bit
doubt.
as bad
He's
as
just more
us.
coy about
I
it.
know. And he's funny and I like that, but also
I think you're right, Jake.
Yeah.
I think he's equally bad, but he is just smarter
Kim's a
about
loose
it.
cannon.
Kim is a disaster,
Yeah.
but he acts all put together.
Where's
I
Kim's
love him.
actual partner? And maybe his actual partner fled because he's a disaster. Oh my god.
Oh, I guess we did. Well, we could have.
Yeah,
But then what
no,
would have happened if we called the body in?
It's no, we
Like-
want to investigate it further, but that's on us.
Oh,
Kim at
that's
any step
fair.
in this investigation could have been like, maybe I'm not gonna listen to my amnesiac drunk partner and instead and leave the body out in the backyard for another 12 hours while we all sleep and now shove it into a bear fridge. Maybe at any step along the way he could have been like, no.
It's not his place.
It
It's
is
not
his place.
case.
It is his place. It is his case.
It is both of those things, actually.
It is both of those things, and it's his reputation on the line. I'm
Maybe
just
he
saying.
secretly wants the adventure and is just like, we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah,
This is-
Kim strikes me, and I hate to say this, as deeply bored. and we're
I love him.
I know, we're spicing it up for better or for worse, and definitely for worse.
Oh, do we outrank him? Coolest Champion says we might outrank him, which
know.
I guess
we
that also
might,
makes
yeah.
sense.
Which
we
is
don't remember
upsetting.
that.
I know.
He should know by now that we don't know that. Let's see. Really, I think I'm not sure.
Of course you don't. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in a nice bear fridge. This does not leave this room.
Okay.
He means it. He doesn't want to be the ice bear cop.
The ice bear cop. From now on, Kim, you are the ice bear cop of my heart. I think it is
Hashtag the ice bear
glorious.
heart.
Yeah. Ice bear cop. Ice bear cop. I think this is a glorious achievement and people need to hear about it. We did our best with the means at our disposal. Yeah, I'm not proud of it either, but we did find a fridge. This isn't police work, Kim. It's art. We're artists, and this was our vision.
Artistes.
Either 3 or 4.
I was gonna say 2. We did the best
2?
with it. 2 or 3. I don't know. They're all fine with me. Just not number 1. I don't want to tell people.
Did we though? Okay, maybe we did.
Unless there was a fridge that was outside of like the ones that we knew of, because they told us, they gave us 3 fridges to go check, and all of the others were duds. Like not even we couldn't convince our way into them, but actively a body couldn't fit.
Right. Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah, yeah,
Theseus.
yeah.
Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everyone.
Oh, hello,
Welcome,
welcome.
guys.
we've
We
stopped the
put
door
a
from
dead
decomposing
body in a
further.
bear fridge,
Now you
so
can
you're
continue
good
your
just the right
inspection.
time.
Ice bear
control
cop.
of
Ice bear cop.
circumstances.
Sorry, Kim, I'm talking over you. Ice bear cop. You can't talk, Ice bear cop. This is who you are now. Okay.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
All right, anything else we can do with this corpse?
Refrigerated
now
with
that we
body
have-
+2. That's pretty good. Didn't establish probable cause. Looked in the mouth. So we're doing pretty well there.
Okay.
Perception though. We don't have a point because we just recently used it. We could come back. What we could do is we could explore this area and see if we can level up while we're doing that, and also do our due diligence to uncover the curse or whatever, and then come back to up perception. I mean, like, I could try it, but I'm concerned if I try it, we're gonna lose health or morale or something.
I mean, this is something you could always come back and try it, though, right? Like, you don't
Yeah.
have to. Yeah, let's just leave then.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, oops. Nope.
I guess so.
Close the door. I also can check our clothes to see if we have anything that's helpful.
Yes, thank you, Cool's Champion.
Yeah, self-refer.
Do we have anything?
Nope, not a thing.
All right. Well,
Okay.
Thank you for the musical interlude, Gina, while we were.
I like
You're very welcome.
classic Smith musical interlude.
Yeah. Oh.
I
We
just
got a
needed to
furnace
express
here.
myself. Here we go.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Okay.
Looks like
okay.
this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Thanks, Inland Empire. You just see, unlike drama, Inland Empire actually adds drama to the circumstance of the situation. Every time Inland Empire talks, I'm like, yeah, I see it. I don't feel it necessarily, but I see it.
It's youthful drama,
Yeah.
weirdly. Yeah.
Is it a furnace? Look inside the furnace. Smear your hands with coal. Kick it with your foot.
Donk. Or look inside of it.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness, you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
Oh.
What are you doing?
The lieutenant asked when he sees you climb halfway inside the furnace. I'm hallucinating, or maybe it's the entity. I hear the murderer of the hanged man talking. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs.
Do
Number
3.
3. Yeah.
Wait, really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
Kim, what is this thing? Those voices I heard, maybe it's the malignant entity. Plus, Plaisance said it lives in the chimney.
Do it. Give it a shot.
Wait,
58?
yell into it. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello? You hear a woman's voice answer.
you've awakened the entity.
This is the police. Who's there? I summoned the ghost of this doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit. And hello? Are you there? Speak to me?
Number 3.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Hello? Did you say anything? There's a pause. I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it. Oh, is this Plaisance?
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
Oh, like
don't know.
no, I think it's at that other door. There's a door that has like a gate, maybe.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I think it's somebody
yeah.
else. Yeah.
After you, officer.
Okay.
Wait, are we gonna climb up? Wait.
Do we
what?
want to do the rest of these, or should we leave and go investigate that?
We could just go leave and investigate
Yeah,
it.
we-
Yeah, I guess we
investigate
leave
that.
and go investigate it. That's upstairs, right?
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna real quick take a turn around this room to see if there's anything like that.
Okay.
Ice cream maker, defrosted
Ice
and
cream maker.
unplugged.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, I may take this moment real quick to leave us on a quick cliffhanger. Do you want to take our break real quick?
Sure. We could take a break now, and then when we come back, we'll run upstairs and we'll see who this person is that's living in here.
Yeah, we definitely could do that.
to all of you.
Yeah.
Now you have to come back.
Yeah.
because you're not gonna know who the voices were. Also, look at this spooky area. You know you want us to investigate it further. Hello, Kim. Hi, Kim.
Yes. This is really good. I'm really feeling this tonight. Like, I'm loving it.
Totally.
I'm gonna turn my light off and I'm gonna like get down in the mood.
Get nice and creepy.
Yeah. All right,
This
then
is
we
so
will
good.
take a brief moment away and we'll be back in just a second. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. I hope you had a nice break.
Yeah.
I upset my cat, so, you know, we're all accomplishing
Oh,
great
no.
things.
Well, did you do that?
Is that not just like how cat ownership goes, though?
It
like,
is. She was
you're-
being
you're-
sweet. I went over to the couch and laid down for a moment, and she got on top of me and fell asleep. And I was like, well, Corey, sweetheart, I'm only here for a few minutes.
This is the temporary arrangement.
Yeah, this is not going to last as long as you want it to. I'm so sorry.
Aw.
So she's in my lap over here, but she keeps making little noises, which is very cute.
Wait, can we get a meow? Do you think that'll happen?
No, she's not in a meow mood. She's occasionally in a...
She's in an anger mood. Aww.
Yeah, you don't wanna... She did something.
I heard a noise.
She did something. I don't know what it was, but it did happen. All right.
All right, let's continue
Yeah,
with our
so-
spooks.
We're going to continue to investigate this location. Is that bird in game or is that bird in my actual life?
Bird?
Yeah. Did you hear like a?
No.
I think there's just
I
a
did not.
really loud bird outside my window, which, considering it's very, very dark tonight and like it's nighttime, feels like it shouldn't be happening. But here we are.
I mean, there are nocturnal birds, but I guess not tweeting birds.
Yeah,
very
this
often.
isn't an owl. It's like a. Like I don't have an explanation for you. It's very. There's a lot of fanfare.
Is it a J? Could it be a J?
Look, it's
know.
pitch black out. I don't know how to give you that information.
I don't know. Oh yeah, I guess that's. That was a very me question to ask. I'm sorry.
I respect it. I respect it deeply. But I don't know how to give you an answer.
That's fair.
Okay, so this is the curtain that opened. I guess we can just do that. Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Hey
Oh!
there.
Oh,
Oh my
hello
gosh,
there.
Nice to meet
It's
you. Are
in
you the game
person.
designer?
Oh, maybe.
Hello, I'm Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne
Oh.
of tools with emerald light shining through her hair. This is quite the setup you have here. I just want
This
to go
is
ahead and
beautiful.
say. Yeah.
I would love to work by a window like that.
This-
Oh my god.
Right?
Wow.
This is gorgeous.
Yes.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now.
Okay, Inland.
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Oh.
Hold on, what
Let's
do you
just go
mean
straight
by
down.
Yeah, let's just go. Yeah.
Yes,
Melius?
a Melius is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
She pats the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
Sure. I wonder if we could have knocked on the window, but maybe she would have been so distracted she
She
wouldn't
wouldn't have
noticed.
responded,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window. Why are you asking me about dice? I guess I'll just ask the, yeah.
That's
Then
two
how
first.
did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why
That's
you're here,
so
yes?
cute.
That is, okay, so she
Oh
used
my
to,
god.
So she used to work maybe in that studio that went bankrupt
That
downstairs.
went under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh my
this is neat.
God.
Sure, I like role-playing
This is
games.
so
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Tell me about your role-playing system. I'll make dice for you.
I love it.
I
Absolutely love it. As somebody who owns way too many pairs of custom dice, I deeply feel this.
Very good.
Me too.
My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
You can see all of her sets and her little D20s.
Oh yeah, in the little boxes over there.
It
Yeah.
almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites. This person means you, or no one else, absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly.
Okay, suggestion?
No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
That is
Interesting.
I am weirded out almost that so many of our inner voices were like, nah, she's good. This is a good one. You found a good
right?
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, just a novelty dice maker. How did you become a dice maker?
Tell me your story, Dice
How
Maker.
did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Rad.
You like role playing?
Yeah.
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers, they're nice people.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
Okay. I'd like to order dice from you. I mean,
Oh, this is a little meta, but or just like
this whole
a
area
little
is
magical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I that doesn't mean I'm not absolutely delighted by this magical dice maker's like warehouse in the middle of a haunted, wasteland. It's just very neat.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's really beautiful.
I do want to comment just on what Jody just said, because I find this really interesting. You were never able to find her. Like,
mean,
it felt like
this is
things
like
just
6
kind of
levels
led right to her.
Well, that's the thing about this game, though. It's like you end up 6 levels deep without even realizing it, so far as I can tell.
Yeah,
Like,
you
all
really
the
do.
jokes aside about like us not being able to get the body down for forever, it's because we kept stumbling into other things that led to other things that led to other things that led to other things, because that's just kind of how the game's momentum works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just carries you along. Because, this felt natural, but I guess there's like 12 different places where we could have broken off.
How interesting.
Wow. That's really, I love that there's all this, like, it sounds like there is a bunch of, like Clark said, a bunch of hidden random stuff, and I love that. Like, this is, I feel lucky that we found this.
Yeah.
Like,
I kind of want to buy a set of dice. I mean,
yes,
admittedly, it's 10 real and we only have 20 real. 10 real is almost an entire, like, that's half of what we need to stay at our hostel another night. But also
Victor's right. We should get 2 d6s for our skill checks.
Oh, you know what? That's adorable. Maybe it's like luck. You by having dice, you get to re-roll in like a clutch moment.
That would be cool.
Well, that's-
like,
wait,
that's an item you can equip.
That's straight up kind of what I thought it was. I thought we were getting a dice to like be a number we needed when we needed one.
That would be
I don't know.
cool.
Maybe that's
I
too
thought
meta.
that would be really neat if it had a mechanical implication. I figured it just was nice and that like, we can interact with items and stuff like that. So, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I kind of think we should order some
we're
dice.
definitely look. We're here.
Yeah.
We're getting some dice. I just wanted to mention that it's expensive so that we know what we're dealing with here.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Tell me what you have in mind.
Do you know the we're all in tethered setting? I want to die for that. Do you have any cursed dice? Tell me about your most extraordinary die. I'm sorry, I don't actually know what die I want. Just normal die for me, please. Very regular. I'm looking for something to help with my work. And actually, I need more time to think about it.
Ask it number 4. I don't know what kind of die I want.
Oh really?
Maybe she'll
I was
maybe
gonna
she'll
say I was
help.
gonna say 3.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
It was 3. Like, just
Okay,
tell me about something special that you really like.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
A star that fell from the firmament? Those cost more than 7 real. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm a star myself.
Oh my god.
A super
Yes, I'm a star
star
myself. Absolutely.
It's perfect. It's absolutely
Absolutely.
perfect.
We were meant to get
you
this.
definitely have the proper attitude. How about a pair of 100-sided dice
Whoa!
made of ivory and inlaid with lodestone, a naturally occurring
Wow.
nugget to complement your
What does
magnetic
that even say?
personality.
Look like? Because a D100 is actually 2 die. What is that?
Yeah, how
What?
does this work?
Somebody send me a picture of a D1, an actual 100-sided die.
Thank
I
you,
wanna
Real,
see what
and
that
I
looks
can get these ready in 8 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, but do magnetic dice even roll properly? That's a good question.
It's true, magnetic dice are definitely different. When rolled together, the magnetic fields of the pips interact with each other to push and pull on each other as they're rolled, just like all magnetic personalities do.
All right, it's a deal. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like a golf ball.
That's valid. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, that makes perfect sense.
You looked it up too? I did as well. Gina, check your text.
Oh, thank you. I want to see it. I want to see the golf ball. It is a golf ball. It's like too round to be a golf ball.
It is a silly little golf ball.
Wow, that is a goofy looking object if I've ever seen one. I love it. All right, it's a deal.
Great.
I love
See
it.
you in 8 hours then.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Was there anything else?
What can you tell me now that we've paid you money? What can you tell me about the man who was lynched?
Nothing
Yeah.
really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here.
Inland Empire.
Calm
we
down,
need
Inland
to-
Empire. We're done with that.
Looks at his notebook. Then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by the daily ruckus? Is it Kuno? Is it Kuno that you're
Oh,
blocking?
yeah, it's probably
Is it
Kuno.
Kuno?
There's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
She stops to try to come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
How sure are you, drama? Okay, all right, 10.
She's not sorry to disappoint you. Informing on someone in a murder investigation would intrude upon her focused existence.
Okay, that makes more sense to me.
But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
never
yeah, yeah.
saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
Okay, you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window. Do you often work on Sunday? I guess we'll just ask all of them.
Yeah,
I
these are
might
good
have.
questions.
But in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
I guess it's
It's
nighttime,
really
yeah.
hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Hard to tell, but this does look like it might be kind of warped glass as well, which
Yeah, and she's
Yeah.
kind of set a little ways down from it.
yeah, okay, that's fair, I guess. I guess
Yeah.
that checks out. Do you often work on Sundays?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
I feel like I would not be surprised if she heard something. The headphones seem a little bit too easy. And they made a point of having this window open so that it clearly she could hear something.
Yeah.
Could be wrong
yeah.
about that. Obviously, we had like 4 different internal voices saying like, she's fine, she's telling the truth, she's great, everybody loves her. But
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah, that's a good point. They did draw a lot of attention to the headphones, but maybe it's to your point, or maybe it's to the point of like, this is why she didn't hear anything, because she has her headphones on. So I don't know. It could go either way.
Yeah.
Honestly.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I see. Thank you for
Intriguing.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
the answer. Hey, where are we anyway? What is this place?
We're inside the
question.
chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
She looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal, black soot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Plaisance
That
was
helps.
right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
The lieutenant looks around the spacious room, its ceilings fading into the shadows. I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area? Do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is gone. I do want to know that. We can ask this.
Both good questions. Yeah. I would ask them both.
I'll just go down.
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Wait, how do you explain what happened to all those companies then? And Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that this place is swarming with malicious energy.
I would do number 2. Mention Plaisance and see if she knows her.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow?
Actually, the bookstore isn't doing well. There are hardly any customers, and she had to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going.
Ooh, that's spicy. But
well, it's weird that she'd think that the bookstore is doing well, though, because maybe there's something we don't know. The curse is just biding its time before it strikes again. Sooner or later, everyone will fail, even her. I don't know why the bookstore hasn't gone bankrupt yet. That's why I'm here to investigate. This is I kind of feel this one.
Sure.
Oh,
Go for it.
But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Hold on, the whirling is part of the doomed commercial area? Yes, but it's still a separate building. The malicious energies can't reach there. No, the whirling isn't doing well either. Its waitresses just took off and customers have trouble paying bills. You're right, the whirling doesn't really seem like it's cursed.
These I don't know what to make of any of these responses, honestly.
Yeah,
I
mean, obviously some of them are us wildly playing into our own fiction, but some of the other ones are a little odd. Like, I kind of want to say, no, the whirling isn't doing well either, although it has a lot of people in it.
Yeah, it's true. And, like, number 3, I guess we do kind of know that. We do know that a waitress... We do know that the waitress just took off because she was being harassed, and
we're the customer having trouble paying bills. So.
Having trouble paying bills. Yeah. We can't really speak to everybody else, but we can speak to ourselves.
I could just say, hold on, it's part of the doomed commercial area, and go from there.
Yeah, you can see what she says to that. Yeah,
you could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East of the Commerce Central project.
Okay, I'm gonna say 2 now.
And then there's me.
She sighs, looking at her messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there scattered, from knives to carving files and to wire cutters.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
Plaisance thinks you're the source of it, a malignant entity. It's because you're competent and dedicated to your craft. The curse doesn't affect people like you. The curse will get to you, have no doubt about it. And I'll have to admit there are many inconsistencies in the so-called curse. I mean,
I like 1 or 4.
I do too.
I would do 4.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Okay, Inland Empire.
Inland Empire, it's just always a delight. I think it still might be you that's causing this. I'm starting to see that there's no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations, and honestly, I'm still not sure. This world has been a puzzling place.
2 or 3. I'm inclined to go with 2. I don't know about you guys. Yeah, because we were playing it up with Plaisance so that we could
but
just
that's
get
literally
into
just
the
so
building.
we could open the curtain, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
That's
I
all
love
she
the
has to
novelty
say on the
dice
subject.
maker.
She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see.
Thanks, drama.
Plaisance is not going to like what you have to tell her.
Why hasn't your business failed?
Oh, that's so low.
What
oh,
is
like
that?
why hasn't the dice maker's business failed? Is that what it's asking about?
I don't
You
know.
can read
I
it
have
to white
no
text so you
idea
can
what that
retry it.
is. Okay, I'm gonna ask the one above it to try to figure out. Maybe we'll get a bonus on this, and also just to. I don't know what this means.
More or less.
You just gonna try it?
Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them
Oh,
spring
God.
to
Oh
mind.
my god.
There used to be a
wow.
hair
Okay,
salon.
shit.
What happened to the gym? Broken windows. Did somebody make stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around. Creepy mannequins. Strange machine. Terrifying taxidermied bear in the cellar. It's a taxidermied bear?
What?
Whoa.
What?
That's so much worse. That's
that
so
is
much
worse.
Oh
If
my
it's a
god, I
stuffed
hate
bear-
that.
With a fridge shoved into it?
That's awful.
I thought
That's
it was
terrible.
a plastic bear.
It looked like a plastic bear, which I thought that was kind of cute. But if it's like a taxidermy bear,
What?
that's horrifying. Oh my god!
That makes me ill. Oh.
You don't want to pull your ice cream bars out of
Oh.
a taxidermy bear.
That's vile.
Oh my
I
God.
absolutely hate that. I found a building's intercom, but it's not working. Oh my god, this is a lot. Okay, do we want to just
That's
go through?
That's like so at the Carnegie Museum they discovered one of their one of their like mannequins in one of their taxidermy exhibits had a real human skull in it that they
No!
built around it to make the mannequin.
How do you mess that up? I don't
No,
understand.
it wasn't it wasn't a mess up. That was just like how they did taxidermy displays in the early 1900s. Like
That's crazy.
they used like body parts. Like they used
I
a
hate
person's
that.
skull. Like
I hate that so much.
it's so morbid and terrible.
I can't get over the
the Carnegie
bear.
scanned it and they're like, holy shit, y'all.
I can't get over the damn bear. Oh my god. Okay. All right, do you want to just go through these?
Let's
Yeah, let's
I
just
can
go
hear-
through them. I agree.
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
Oh.
Oh.
Androgynous Orlando was way ahead of their
A
time.
bit of
They tried so
experimenting
hard.
every now and then isn't bad.
Thanks, conceptualization.
It's not
Conceptualization.
about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? The customers should have been more open-minded. I would never let anyone androgynous touch my hair, not even if my life depended on it. I guess I'm a simple man. I don't really have an opinion on hairstyles. Clearly, this is the only option
like
we could
number
go
one,
with.
yeah.
of course.
It just wasn't the time yet.
Yeah, ahead of their time.
She's right. It was ahead of their time.
Ahead of their
Yep.
time. What happened to the
It
gym?
wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemiteps Boxing Club, a community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Oh? And
Oh,
who is
who-
Artemitep? She said it and I wasn't listening properly.
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
Maybe that's what Kuno
Aw.
needs, a community-centric boxing club.
Honestly,
Who's
maybe
Kuno?
so.
I maybe so. He's sort of the king around here. He's a little ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies. Indeed, who is Kuno? Your guess is as good as mine.
Number 3.
Oh, yes. You mean the kid with the sailor's mouth? Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard.
She looks out
She
the
turns
window.
her headphones up.
It's oddly quiet at the there at the moment. I wonder if Kuno's listening. Kuno's listening. If we had
Uh-oh.
called him a gremlin,
Kuno's
he'd be like, "I
eavesdropping.
heard you."
I think it will take more than a gym to help that kid.
Oh, you're probably right. How did the community project work out? Judging from the kids I met so far, it didn't really work out, did it? Well,
It didn't.
Number 3.
If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
You should have known.
Jeez.
okay, get out of here. Let's
God
go.
damn it, get out of here.
No one would store their drugs like that.
Eventually,
Thank you,
the
Logic.
coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
Okay, so clearly that didn't work
Alright.
out.
It taught the kids how to punch, and then they ran out saying that their teacher did drugs.
Well, and also they
That's-
probably then use their punch skills on other people.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the problem. Teach a kid to punch, and he'll punch for 1,000 years.
What's up with the broken windows?
See, what they
things?
needed was like an inner city tournament so that they had something to aspire to, not just generally learning how to punch.
They needed a role-playing club. They needed like an RPG club or something, and then they could have gotten dice from our dice maker.
Or this needed to be like the TV show Glee, and they needed to aspire to regionals, and that was their goal.
They needed to be turned into a sports anime.
Exactly, a sports anime. It makes good kids into better kids, or dead kids. It's always it depends on the show.
Oh God.
I don't know. I have a real quick question. Is my brother still on the call?
I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Okay, there you are. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm just reading through. Sorry.
No, you're good. You just went quiet for a little longer than expected, and I wanted to verify. That's
just
all.
a hair too long without a
No, you're good. I'm not trying to force you to go what? No, I just wanted to confirm.
What?
What? It's valid because Discord has burned us so many times.
That's
so.
what was going on. Your voice was cutting out a little bit earlier, so I just wanted to confirm you were still here.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Okay,
this
cool.
one's a mess.
Uh-oh.
There used to be a company that promised to repair Windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff medias. Who would have guessed?
Like snuff radio shows?
Oh, yeah! Oh my God.
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Cool, very cool about the debris, but what is a snuff media? I think we put 2 and 2 together, but I guess it's do we want to ask?
Sweet Dice Maker tell us?
No.
I kind of don't. I kind of like number 2. Shame about this one is I'm not even going to ask.
I think number 2. Yeah, number 2 is definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
She looks down, then up again. Did someone make stuffed animals?
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist?
Mr. Fabron.
No, he mostly just did drugs.
Well.
But
If
what
you-
drugs exactly?
I need to know what drugs
Damn
he's
it,
doing.
I knew
for
it.
a
I
police
knew
report.
electrochemistry.
Does anyone in chat know a taxidermist? Because I gotta know, I just gotta know. I gotta know everything about it.
I know.
How do you get into that line of work?
I'm trying to think if I know a tax. I feel like I must.
That's
Do
what
you
I'm thinking
really?
too. I'm trying to think if I know a taxidermist as well.
I feel like you and I must know one, but I don't know why I don't know why I feel that.
Yeah, no, because I feel like I've interacted with taxidermists at some point, or maybe in 2 or 3 degrees of separation. I know that taxidermy is it's definitely taken very seriously, as an art form. I know that, or sort of beyond an art form, because you're trying to recreate a.
Well, and also bad
scene.
taxidermy is so laughable and obvious.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot of nuance around taxidermy now about where your specimen comes from, the provenance of it, and whether it was collected ethically or not, and it's a world.
Yeah,
It's
that
definitely
is a
world.
world I do
imagine.
not. It's similar to you, Short. It's one that I'm I don't really want to know, but also it is fascinating because there is so much that goes
Yeah.
into it. So
I mean,
I'm curious. I
There's a
don't want to be
taxidermy
involved,
store.
but I am curious.
There's a really incredible taxidermy store in the city here that is
Oh yeah, that place is really
So
rad.
cool.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah,
I've been there with you a couple times. That place is great. It's I don't know. It's one of those fields where it's on one hand, I think it's really remarkable, and when you see a well-made specimen, you're like, wow, that's impressive work. On the other hand, the moment I let my brain actually starts to process it, with the freaking bear with the fridge in its stomach, it sends me spiraling. I don't know.
yeah, and that it's what's also crazy is that with taxidermy, and a lot of people don't realize this, is it's literally a sculpture that is that has like, you know, the
Actual
animal stretched
skin
over top of it.
Yeah, it's like the underneath is sculpture, and then you pin skin around it and call it a cool day.
And there's like some crazy like artistry that goes behind like making those sculptures and making them into like scenes and shit. And then like we were saying earlier, in the early 1900s,
it also requires like really like amazing knowledge of the creatures themselves and a lot of research and study. And like, to be clear, I respect it a lot, but also it can creep me out.
And it has some ethically dubious history for sure.
It's just a very interesting thing. It feels like an art form that is deliberately playing with fire. You know, like you could use paint or sculpture, but you choose to use dead bodies.
Yeah.
And like, okay, all right, like I can respect it.
But it is a corpse.
You made the choice. Like,
and there's a lot of different like, I don't know, context to it as well, because like there's museum taxidermy and there's taxidermy that's used for like scientific purposes, but then there's also people who like there's trophy taxidermy.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I feel like there's a difference between like highly studied like anatomical taxidermy for study and for like representation of creatures that are either current or past and so on. But then there's like mounted deer heads, which also is taxidermy. A lot of work goes into those.
Oh,
to
yeah,
be clear.
absolutely.
And again, you can tell when it's bad work, but also it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You probably killed that deer. Not the taxidermist, but whoever has it on their walls probably killed that deer and then took it to a taxidermist. I'm like, oh. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to. It's bodies.
Inspector Clark, you make a good point. You can appreciate something, but also acknowledge that it gives you the heebie-jeebies.
Thank you. That's a good summary of where I'm at.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I really appreciate? The art of clowning. I think it's actually incredible. But every time I've ever taken a clown class, I'm like, not fucking for me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I
no
remember
interest.
when you came back from your first clown class, though. Like after we picked you up for camp, and you did a whole
clown classes,
like couple of weeks of clowning. Yeah,
clowning is a shockingly big thing in the theater field. Because clowning is like way deeper than just like, you know, the clown with the red nose. It's like this whole thing about you know, finding your inner child and your inner naivete, and it's all this stuff. And like, I get it, I understand it, good for the people who do it. Fuck it, it's just not my art form. I'm never gonna get it.
It's like almost a form of method acting in a way. It's like really embodying something that doesn't have inhibitions, and that something along those lines. But also
a lot of people take it seriously in this. I mean, I think naivete is the greatest way to say it. It's like you are seeing the world for the very first time. So it's training this muscle of like, how do I get into the headspace that everything is new to me? And then people will go into clown before a show. So as whoever they are in the show is experiencing everything, it's conditioning yourself to actually see it like it is the first time rather than a scripted thing. It's a really weird psychological method. And for some people, it brings out of them like the most impressive work you've ever seen. It is mind-boggling. But the process to get there is this long training period. And it's a lot of, if I'm being honest, accepting bullshit. Like it's you know, it's all silly, like heady nonsense. It's nonsense. It's total nonsense. And it's this big, like, you have to take this crazy, you know, process that's 80 steps and you have to do blah, 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 blah. And it's total nonsense. But if you buy into the nonsense and you decide you'll follow it, you can really find some interesting stuff because it's a good way of like self-examination. So it's all a matter of like, are you willing to buy into the nonsense? And I am absolutely not.
Yeah.
No way. Whole time I'm there, I'm like, this is dumb as shit. This is such nonsense. But I see people it works great for.
Yeah, well, like, was this part of like of college? Was this in high school? Like, where do you take clown classes?
So, Jody, I saw your thing. I did my first exposure to clown class was at Interlochen, and I hated it. And then I went, to college, and I became a more in-depth actor, and I studied the field, and I understood craft, and I was like, oh yes, I opened my mind to new things, and I took a fucking clowning class, and I hated it. I'm like, this is so dumb.
You know what though? I deeply respect that you tried twice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're like, I'm gonna test the waters, and then I'm gonna try it again to confirm, and now you know.
I honestly have the utmost respect for people. I know so many people that work so well for it. I can't get over the mental hump that when I'm in there, I'm like, this is dumb as bricks.
I feel like
so silly.
I totally get that. I feel like the art school, like the fine art school equivalent of that is performance art class.
Yeah.
Is like, you know, if you're not sort of going in, all you can do is sort of step back and be like, this is silly. What am I doing? But then if you're like,
I mean,
no,
I
I'm
felt
gonna.
that about concept art too, because like when
I was also gonna say concept art. I was gonna
like,
say
there were two ways
conceptual art, or you know, our concept art class / you know, performance art, because performance art often got rolled into the concept art classes.
That's true.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like with concept art, and you know, some respect be to the classes, there were two approaches you could take, and both were equally valid. One was you believe it. You get in the headspace, you do it, you know it, you love it, you absolutely believe that whatever your concept is, it's genius and it's brilliant and you love it and you need to convince everybody that you love it. And the other side of it was, this is a class to teach you how to convince people that you know what you're doing. Because it doesn't matter if you made a good thing. It doesn't matter if you like what you made. It doesn't matter if an hour after you announced this is what you were making, you realized there's a terrible idea and the logistics were stupid and it didn't actually mean anything. It doesn't matter. The goal is to be able to stand in front of a room of judgmental people and say, I believe this thing is good and you now believe this thing is good too.
Right. I committed.
No, but okay.
It's a skill. It's a
to
really good skill.
It's especially a good skill when you're a goddamn artist.
Yeah.
I mean, like, let's take this, let's boil this down to the very center thing. I bet if anyone else were to get out there and like, I'll just take my own for an example, but like sing and dance and tap dance and be like, this is important. They'd be like, this is fucking stupid. Like, in the world, people are sick. Like there are people who need help. There's infrastructures to be made. There's businesses to be worked on. There's racism that needs squashing. But here I am being like, Thoroughly Modern Millie is the most goddamn important thing in the whole wide world, and no one can tell me otherwise.
And that it's a muscle. It's a skill. I feel like if it wasn't obvious which side of the fence I fall on in this particular thing, I feel like it's an incredibly important skill that I learned in that class, was how to stand up in front of a room with something I'm deeply embarrassed by and be like, you need to give me an A though.
Like, this is good.
It's like I said earlier, and again, you can tell that I'm listening to a lot of last podcasts. It's magical thinking. Like that's really what it is. It's that you're taking a state of like mind and you're committing to it and you're trying to manifest something out of it. And yeah, it's so we're talking about taxidermy. One of the pieces I did in concept art was a performance art piece where I performed taxidermy on a teddy bear, and it was like, why did I do that?
Why did I do that?
It's okay. One piece I did was like a soundscape where I just recorded myself getting on a bunch of buses around town for like 3 hours. I don't remember what my thesis was.
I made some weird shit in art school.
I just remember that. I don't even remember how I pitched it. I was like, yeah, this is a static. Absolutely no memory of how I got an A on that project.
Oh my god. Art school is so weird, guys. I love that we all, in different ways, but all three of us have the experience of fucking art school.
Yeah. Because you would go to a really technical class where you learn how to mix paint, and then next class you're finding your 0 point and walking a labyrinth.
Oh my god, I forgot. Don't do this to me, Allison. You just reminded me of when I had to watch 2001: A Space Odyssey for a class. Or that 7-hour-long movie. This is not interesting to anybody but me, but Allison and I took the same one of our concept classes we took together, and oh my god.
It was a high concept art class, we'll say.
You mean
finding
a
our 0
lot
point
of
was we had to
bullshit?
like it wasn't even a real maze. We had to find ourselves at the center of the maze and then find ley lines or some nonsense.
Yeah, we took dowsing rods outside and we were trying to find ley lines.
God, I
yeah,
went to college.
It was definitely high on concept.
It was high concept. Yeah. Yeah, it was a 7-hour long movie.
7-hour movie.
So I have a very vivid memory of this, which is it was somebody created a 24-hour long movie and then they weren't allowed to release it unless they did some editing. And so with great like disdain and lamentation, they finally edited it down to 7 hours, which is the final cut of the movie. And it moves like a wildfire because it's 24 hours worth of footage edited down to 7 hours. It's nonsensical and dreadful, and we did have to watch it for a class, and I don't remember what it was called because I tried to forget, but here we are.
I was not in that class. I do not
Yeah.
recall that one.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I think I was in my Andy Warhol class.
God.
Ooh,
Oh my
man.
God, Andy Warhol, which is a whole mess in and of itself.
Oh
Like-
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It
man.
was, man. I art school solidarity, y'all. This is
Art school.
Yeah,
all that
I'm not a
being
fan
said-
of Andy Warhol either, and I even worked at the museum.
Look, all that being said, here I am out here still every day being like, what weird shit can I make that's
yeah.
dumb?
Yes.
Absolutely. Like, it instilled me with something, I guess, but...
I was gonna
also-
say. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
No. You do it. I'm a good punchline.
All I was gonna say was, to Victor's point, Andy Warhol would have made a 7-hour movie. Are you sure it wasn't a Warhol movie, Gina?
It wasn't a Warhol movie, and
Okay.
please don't force me to remember anything more about it.
Okay,
You're
we
right.
can
He
move
would have
on.
though. Also, Jody, I saw you saying about Thoroughly Modern Millie earlier, and I just want to defend it. They did. They actually did. They revamped the entire book. And Inspector Clark said Thoroughly Modern Millie has some racism that it needs to figure itself out.
Ooh, Discord
and they did.
didn't like the word racism. Sorry, go ahead. Discord censored you saying racism.
Racism. Yeah, no, I mean, I know they did this, but Janine Tesori, who's the writer of it, came to my school, like end of my junior year, and they were prepping for a big concert version because she was like, I don't know, she had basically this whole conversation where she's like, we so know. I'm sorry every day for it. It shouldn't be there, but the thing was published, and after a thing is published, it's so hard to change it. But it's been changed and revamped, and it's going on to off-Broadway. Originally, right before COVID hit, Ashley Park was going to play Millie in it, who, if anyone doesn't know, is an amazing Asian American actor. And crazy talented, and they completely changed the entirety of all. There's weird Asian representation. They're a total joke in the old show, but has been revamped and rehauled and like to huge avail. Like everyone's thrilled.
So
with how
has
they
the
rewrote.
revamp come out, or as the concert, or is that something that's
hasn't
happening?
It hasn't because of COVID.
Yeah.
So they had a performance date scheduled, and then COVID hit, and obviously performance hasn't been up. So no one knows they've dealt with it, but they have dealt with it. Like it's been revamped, and I think once rights once people will be doing shows again, the version that you license is the updated version.
That's really
which is
interesting.
terrific.
That's that also I can't even imagine the amount of work that went into the legal challenge of fixing that. So good for
yeah,
them.
I mean, I'm so happy that I don't know, like it was an early 2000s show, and they looked at it and they went, we messed up. Like that's not cool. And so let's not, like, we like our show. Let's just fix this and let's not perpetuate this.
Mhm.
And I think that's a really cool way of doing it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wow.
let's keep playing our
This
video
was
game.
quite a sidebar, but I really thoroughly enjoyed this.
Concept art.
This is the best tangential sidebar.
And clowning and all of the above. All right, I don't care about the drugs. Let it pass.
Anything else?
Let's see. I found a creep of mannequins.
There used to be
Sure.
a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years until the insect rights activists came.
insect rights activist? What
Wait,
the name of...
insect rights activists?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials.
Oh.
Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings.
Interesting.
And you know
Ah.
how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
Interesting.
Number 1!
I'm glad someone took care of the little guys. I like insects. But insects don't have any brains or feelings. They got what they deserved. Making clothes out of beetle wings is a terrible idea.
I like number 1.
Yeah. Really? Anyway.
Oh, dead fly.
Yeah, she looks at the windowsill where a dead fly is lying on its back, legs curled up into a bow tie. Anyway.
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say why.
Interesting.
Okay.
That's cool.
Everyone highlight that. Everyone
everyone take a mental note about insects.
Just log that one away. Huh.
Let's see. I found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She closes her eyes as some remnant of a memory lights up her face.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw 2 of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time. Well, I did hear them talking at times.
She looks at the hallway as if she can still hear them chit-chat behind her curtains on the cigarette break.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
Oh, they actually believe that, huh?
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
From what I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive. Really? They must have been on a gigantic ego trip.
What's number 1? It was quite impressive. So
Yeah,
it started...
but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on.
So it looks like it started as like they were making a game and it really blew out of proportion and they thought it was becoming something even bigger and like blew all their money on it, I guess it sounds like.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah. This is interesting.
In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic. And to show up to work on time.
It's a parody of Studio Zaum.
Yeah, but these people went bankrupt and closed. So I guess it's an alternate universe where it's their dark potential future.
Yeah.
Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult. Especially if you've been drinking.
Okay, electrochemistry.
All right, okay.
Well, showing up at work on time is incredibly hard. That's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked great. You're right. They should have just tried harder. They had everything they needed to succeed.
I kind of like number 2.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
Oh.
She tosses a pair of dice on the table. One of them stops near the edge of a metallic disc.
The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Anything else?
Taxidermy.
Meteorite die.
Taxidermy
the
bear.
fabled Revershow ICT. You're in for a treat here.
She smiles and leans closer, hands on her knees like a stand-up comedian ready to tell a story.
The place was owned by 2 guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Oh no.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
All right, what were the other
There
ideas?
was really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Okay, so they were booth babes. They hired booth babes for
Yeah,
the ice
they
cream
did.
stores.
Absolutely.
All right.
Sounds
Okay.
like she really didn't like those girls. Frita does the same thing.
Oh, don't diss Frita with 3 T's. I know a girl just like that. She works in Frita as a cashier, and she's not particularly friendly. What did they expect? 20 cents per hour is dog's pay. I'm surprised they showed up to work at all.
Kind of like
Yeah,
that.
I like that. That's an award-winning idea. How else do you choose people around you? And I don't have an opinion on employing teens. I just want to know, did it work out for the business? Yeah, what did you expect?
Oh, but they
Yeah.
did. They did show up to work, and not alone. There were also acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the ice cream stand.
Well,
And
yeah,
they
it's like
already had the bear.
it's that's an attraction for teens.
Well, they created like a social club around their ice cream. But then also there was a bear.
The bear.
She
The
repeats,
bear.
pressing thumbs to her temples, like trying to suppress a headache. It didn't work out.
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually,
Our
Ravishaw
body.
City lost the price war to its rival, Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
Yeah, that means our body probably isn't gonna last in the fridge as long as we'd like, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it out of there soon.
I could
We
go
just
for
need
a
to level
caramel
up.
sundae though. Ooh,
That does sound good.
from a place called Glace 5000. Yeah, I'd go there.
It's the market doing its job. I'm sure the bear was doing its best. The bear was scary. Every time I saw the bear, I felt scared. Like I could become alive. Like it could become alive at any moment now. I'm saying
The
this.
bear was doing its best.
The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said
His
he met
vision
his
beast.
vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherion.
God, there's so much lore
Oh my
behind this
gosh.
bear.
There's so much happening in all of this.
Sounds cool.
Megatherion?
Megatherion. A mega wild
Sounds
beast.
cool. Thanks, conceptualization.
Yeah, thanks.
What's a mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
A wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs.
Thank you, electrochemistry.
Horrific necktie tightens around your neck, strangely excited. But it doesn't feel particularly fun this time around.
I don't do drugs. I do drugs.
Oh.
I've got a vision beast myself. I don't have a comment on drugs. Grab your necktie and mumble, "Not now, you beast!"
I kind of like that one.
Not now, you beast.
No, you beast.
I like that.
Oh.
Do you ever feel like your vision beast is trying to blackmail the fun out of you?
That's so good. That's such a good line. We have to say it.
No, officer. I don't have a vision beast.
You don't do
Aw.
drugs?
Normal
Oops.
people don't have vision beasts. Only drug-addled madmen like the taxidermist do.
That was a hypothetical
That was a hypothetical
question.
question.
Of course
Yeah.
they don't. I'm a normal person and I don't have a vision beast. What about horrific neckties? Normal people have horrific neckties? That was a hypothetical.
I think we should play it off with number one.
Right.
Says the dice maker. She doesn't look entirely convinced.
Anyway,
Oh.
now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
She seems almost sad finishing the story. Some dust beams swirl in the morning light. Her eyes follow it idly.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps?
Intercom!
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't try to ring me. I
Oh.
think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
So you're telling me that you have a doorbell here? Which one?
The one with an empty name card. It's the last one in the list. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet. Sure,
Okay.
I'm listening.
Okay, I guess we're done.
Anything else? No.
Good.
Uh,
I hope
yeah.
it clarified things a bit. What else?
Are you gonna try it?
I don't want to hurt myself. I don't know why this would hurt myself.
I
Although
don't think
might-
it'd hurt.
might
I
hit
just
my
think
morale.
you'd get more.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, it's a good question. It's perplexing that it's legendary.
Well, but also I think our shivers is really low.
Oh, I see. Where are our
it's
shivers?
3.
In physique.
I guess it's not wildly low, but it's pretty low.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to try it, it's a white check. We can always try it again.
Yeah. Okay. I hope
But
it
it's
doesn't
so
hurt my...
low. Like,
yeah, we're not gonna
happen.
hit it. We'd need to get 2 6s to hit it.
Pretty much.
I'll try.
Yeah.
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
We've never... Okay, I think in our entire run of this game, we have never, like, failed a guess that's over 50% or gotten right a guess that's under 50%. Like, it's been very predictable.
We have. 50 has been a pretty predictable cutoff, but yeah, I mean, you're right, but there are a few exceptions. There have been a few exceptions.
Yeah, I'd say generally.
I guess we've just never had a really impressive save or a really shocking defeat before. You know what I mean?
I mean, jumping off of the ledge was pretty close.
That was
pretty close. It was still like 58. It was still in our favor.
40s, maybe.
Yeah,
no,
I
think because we changed our clothes, and I think we made it more likely. It was like 50, you know, it was mid 50s, but I think it was still over the line. We can go back and check.
Yeah.
But it wasn't super shocking because, you know, it seems like the odds would be at some point a 17% or a 20-something% like we'd shockingly get, and we'd be like, whoa.
It's definitely possible. I think I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I don't think it's weighted. I could be wrong. But I do think because of the rolls we've had, it kind of feels like it's weighted.
Yeah, I kind of feel that. Yeah,
She has begun to idly clean one of her carving tools with a dirty kerchief. The tool's sharp edge shining in the light of her desk lamp.
Okay. All right. Cool. We
well,
got a bunch
that
of experience
was
there.
really cool.
But I don't think we leveled up, which means we're not better off to go make that check in the basement. The question is, do we want to continue exploring here, or do we want to go turn in, quote unquote, to,
Plaisance?
Thank you. I was like, I remembered Sans and that it started with a P and I couldn't get past. Stop it. Where are you going? Oh, you're going the right way. Thank you.
Wait, is this the right way?
What is this?
Are we in the right place?
Production schedule?
Oh.
Steel rotor
Oh,
blades. Do you want me to investigate the computer, by the way?
Yeah, can we go back and investigate that? That'd be great, since we have the body already stored.
Yep. Happy to do it.
Cool. Thank you.
Here we go.
Yeah, there it is.
Let's do this.
The dusty radio computer. The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch.
Yeah,
on
the soundtrack is
central
crazy.
compartment is wide open.
Take a look inside the compartment.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Oh. Insert the production schedule.
Smooth draw. The filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Play.
Plus play. Yeah, play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter?
Hey, Inland Empire, love you. I think you need to let it go. I think it's time to let it go.
Honestly.
The static gets louder,
Sorry.
slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Inland Empire is that little spark that is trying so very hard to make us a superstar and keep us with the superstar mindset.
It wants us to be a superstar so badly.
Yeah, and look at the world like a clown.
This is just, Inland Empire just wants to find some magic in the world.
Yeah.
And will force you to see magic in the world one way or another.
Yeah.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What's the production schedule? Why did you call me Fortress Accident? What are you, a machine? Are you alive?
Or you could say goodbye.
Immediately being like, goodbye. No, I can't do this.
Yeah,
No.
I'm good. You know what? No, I didn't sign up for robots.
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
Are you on the other end of a... It's a radio game. Okay, wait a sec.
Wait.
You mean the glowing thing that I put inside? Ah, yes, thanks for the... Yes.
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
But this thing has been dead for... This company's been closed for ages. Why is somebody on the other end?
You should ask her for a hint.
A password? I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint? Is it my birthday? This is the police. Please open this thing. I don't know the password.
I mean, you could pull the police card. Or I don't know the password.
Okay.
This is the police?
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder Fortress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, please repeat the password.
The voice in the machine asks, she sounds cold in the damp air.
Yeah, just say I don't know the password.
I don't know.
I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Do they?
Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
I guess so we can come back and try the password.
I guess we can look, if we get something that feels like a password, we can come back and try.
Yeah. This is so, what's really fascinating is that, like, in order to access this filament on a computer, it connected us with basically an operator who has to password check us in order to, like, use it. Like,
but this is for a company that went defunct and also never published their game. So it's just like, and that's to access their production schedule, which is a whole, we're basically trying to access an Excel spreadsheet by going through this operator for a closed, but oh my god, this is just a lot.
This is like such a cool little piece of world building. Like, I love this.
It's sick. It's so fascinating.
I love this so much. Like, what a neat, like, I don't know, approach to technology in this world. Whoa.
Why did you call me Fortress Accident? Or do we want to just sign off for now and try?
Is Fortress Accident the name of the basically the old studio?
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, or maybe it's our location.
Accident is the company or
yeah,
the
okay.
name. The terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Okay, do you have any other information?
One moment.
You hear her flip through a catalog before she reads out the, with studious care.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
That's not bad.
Okay, wow, so conceptual. Okay. And what's this interactive call-in radio game? Well, we know what this is.
We actually we know what it is, but I guess it hasn't actually been explained in the game. I mean, the Dice Maker sort of talked about it, but...
Any other questions?
She's like, all right.
All right.
Well, I could find the password.
And come back later.
You, and goodbye.
All right.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
You could try print.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. That is a keep in
Fascinating.
mind. Oh, this. I meant to look on this, but then we were
running. The fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. A diagram for summoning some time-forgotten being. The symbols seem very esoteric.
Let it go. Let it go.
The whole thing resembles K-Drag mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
Hold on. Do
Wait.
you know what Kedron mosaic tiles are supposed to look like? What am I looking at?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I
This
kind of like that.
is students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic. Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
So we're dealing with something medical here? No, probably not. This must be a elaborate piece of art. Of course, the anatomy of the curse. All three of these suck.
I mean, I don't think it's medical. It's radio frequencies, but I mean, maybe you could. I don't. Think
I
it's
would do
art
number
either.
3 because the other two, be silly about it because we don't know what this
Perhaps.
is.
The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
Wait, who's the game master?
What?
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
Okay, then
This is part of their game
Decides
design.
To call in to a call-in station. It looks all of this is gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this.
Thanks, Logic.
My God. It's as if
funny.
the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Yeah. Definitely seen that
It's
happen
like
before,
they're
yeah.
so they're making a big sprawling branching story game that you play over like the radio and
I feel like that's the ultimate like indie weight is like is because you don't have all that money you can dream really big, whereas if you had enough money to actually fully implement the project and pursue it, then you'd be keeping in mind what you have and trying to aim for that. I don't know, it's so hard. Yeah
Oh. I guess I
The
can
schedule.
continue.
I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Okay,
Again,
Kim.
it's lovely. It's lovely
Okay.
world building.
What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Someone tried to exercise this curse using technology. Looks
Oh my
like
god, I want the cursed thing to die. I'm done with
we
it.
need to go talk to them and solve it. Looks like an undercover counterintelligence program. It's just a failed business. The one question is, what the hell were they making?
I guess
mean,
maybe
we kind of
3,
know what they were
Yeah,
making.
it's a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're making a game, but I mean,
Number unless it
2,
is a
I guess?
counterintelligence program, but like that's
I don't think it was. But I mean, maybe it was a front. I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. It just seems like they got
like an indie studio.
yeah, and they were making a really elaborate game. I don't know.
I mean, maybe if
2
we
or
had-
3.
Yeah, maybe if we had gotten the production schedule, we could have actually cracked that a little bit more. Like that would actually say, but it just seems like they're a failed business.
Or
Yes,
a curse.
that is the question.
The lieutenant takes a step back, steepling his hands.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Utter madness, he thinks. It's a compliment.
Oh.
Oh, how are they playing it?
I'm gonna take a step back and be honest. This is a little too meta for me.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's cute. It's very cute, especially something that you can completely miss. But it's a little meta for me.
It is pretty meta.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
I think I liked it more when we were just walking through, but we've now spent what is probably an hour and a half just on this plot point.
Yeah,
so,
just going through this one place.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna be completely honest. I think this is still very, very cute, and I love the whole abandoned commercial district is fascinating. But yeah, this point is a little anyway.
Yeah. Any of these?
Yeah, let's just go through
We
them.
want to ask.
Two
Yeah.
call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked.
Oh, what are
So-
your favorites? Hey, why didn't you get a
Yeah.
pair of custom dice?
Right. I know.
We need
Has
to
anyone
give
ever done this?
We need to give ours to Kim when this is
Yeah,
over.
yeah, that's a great idea.
Oh,
Not
that would
to
be
my
actually a lot of
knowledge.
fun.
They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
Aw.
off. I what keeps happening is I click before you start talking, and it's too late because of the slight delay.
It's all good.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interinsulary game before. We just don't have the technology.
Okay. What's this role-playing game?
Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
All right. We get it.
They were making a fantasy game, so
Yeah, they are making a totally different game, though.
What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but
They were insane if they thought they could do this. It was just a play to cheat money out of their investors' pockets. The curse got them. The world is cold and lonely. This would keep it company. Let's finish it. I mean, could we on the side salvage this game and
That
become
would be
an
really funny
indie
if that's like a
developers with
side
him?
quest. Wow. I mean, maybe part of it is we do that, and like the first part of it is finding the password to get the
Yup.
production schedule. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, do you want to try it?
So a half
Aw.
smile breaks out on his face. It's too late, I'm afraid, he says. Looking around the derelict room, the pipes howl and a rat crosses the floor.
Oh.
let's keep moving.
All right.
But I think we made him smile, and that's what matters.
Yeah, that was. I know it was like you said, pretty meta, but it was very cute, and I just
The note
I don't know.
is written with
Sorry.
a blue pencil
Oh.
on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
I keep forgetting its
Oh,
voice.
yeah.
I've done that in all of our previous things where I queue up the next thing while we're talking, but it's
That's
voice now.
That's true.
I'm so sorry about
Yeah.
that.
I saw this section as like I don't know, a piece of world building and just like I don't know, a nice little nugget to show that like there are people in the world that are trying to make something that were trying to make something fun.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't know.
No, and also to use it to
What I'm looking for.
demonstrate that like Revachol isn't like the type of place that can support that and all. No, look, it makes sense. It's
Yeah.
good world building both from a technology standpoint and a like financial standpoint and an industrial standpoint and all of that. It went on a little. I feel like they could have conveyed it, but that's okay. Like
It went a little long.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, let's look at this note.
Yeah.
Does it say anything interesting?
The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over your shoulder.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled.
Yeah.
S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
Offsite.
Oh.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker.
Oh.
Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Sully Soif.
Huh.
Interesting.
I wonder who wrote that note. I wonder who. Yeah.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe they had to leave in a hurry.
That's
Yeah,
a plausible
doesn't-
hypothesis.
Does seem that way.
Remind me again.
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
Who's that illiterate ginger kid? I think we can figure that one out.
We know who that is. Yeah.
I think. Well, Let's
Yeah.
check. There was an ice cream maker downstairs, but let's check.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Okay, let's go. We're gonna go.
So
we're
we'll
gonna
check
go
there,
check
yeah.
that out.
Okay.
We can do that real quick.
Intriguing.
Yep.
I didn't expect us to be in this commercial business area for so long. This abandoned.
I mean, I think it's
There's a
due
lot to
entirely
discover.
exactly. It's just our own intrigue driving us forward.
Yeah. This is cool. Okay, there it is. Back.
I am glad we dealt with the corpse at the beginning of it, though. It makes the
Me
rest
too.
of it feel, yeah.
Oh, hidden doorway back there. Oh, can you get through? Oh,
Rusty pipes hidden above the piping looks inoperable.
A few
rusty.
bricks
Oh,
have
rifles
fallen
hidden
off,
in the pipes.
revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we? Look around the secret room.
Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Look at the hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yes.
Okay, I do.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Rifles, Kim.
Are these any good?
Inspector rifles.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
Oh,
Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry
Backup
guns.
Backup gun.
Oh, we found a
It's a rare
gun.
sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
We could take this to the pawn shop.
That's true.
That's a great idea.
We know they buy
that's
guns
true.
because they bought our gun. So what does this
I mean,
mean?
you could say what does this mean, but Kim kind of explained it, but I guess you could still say it. Yeah.
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Okay, interesting.
Welcome, Eindridge. I'm glad you're able to join us. We are exploring this derelict business area, and it's been so fascinating.
We've been doing a real deep dive into this area, and I say that with great affection. There's a lot going on. Here we are. Look at this. Looks like an operable fridge. Ice cream fridge.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Turn the ice cream
Oh shit,
crank.
it's frozen.
Turning the
Okay.
crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
Okay, Inland Empire, you've been trying my patience.
What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar?
You know what? Electrochemistry. I'll jive with you on that one. That's
Okay,
fine.
We need a better pry bar is where we're at.
Oh, I see. Okay. What if we got a rifle out and we shot it? No, just kidding.
Honestly, like,
into
at this
the breaker
point-
box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Unplug the black cable. Yeah, because then it'll unfreeze.
Yeah.
But-
Oh, yeah,
but
that's a great
okay.
idea. Yeah.
Wait a sec. They put the filament in the frozen ice box for a reason, right? If we unplug it and let it thaw, is that going to damage the filament?
Oh, that's a good question. I assume that they just put it in there to freeze it shut so someone couldn't get into it.
To keep it from
Because
Kuno.
Kuno was going for it. Yeah. Was
Okay.
stealing shit. That's my guess.
Okay.
I think the red cable, don't unplug the red cable because that was for the bear.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
Yeah. Oh, the narrator is so we're playing Final Cut now, so everything is voiced. So we're trying out the fully voiced version for this night just to see. Our internal monologue is very suave sounding.
Intercom wires. What's in here?
Oh,
Plus
mesh tank
one
top.
drama.
For drama.
But no downside, so
Excellent.
that's good to know. Ooh, what is?
Yeah.
Ooh, is this an exit?
It might be. So wait, are you not going to unplug the thing?
I
or did
am.
you
I
already do
am.
that?
I was exploring around to see what we're working with. I'll go back down.
Oh,
and do
okay.
it.
Got
no,
it, got it.
totally.
Although this took us outside. Sounds like.
Oh!
Can we not go back in? Oh, no, we can.
Oh.
Okay, good.
Cool.
So we don't lose that. Well, good. That's for all of the things that we haven't been able to do yet, like the password and stuff like that.
Yeah, that makes. I mean, that also means we don't have to go through the bookstore. We can circumvent that.
That's
okay.
great.
Do you want me to unplug it?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I think so. I want to see what's going on.
2 cables are plugged into something close to you. Dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
It's black. It's not like the red one because the black is the cover for the immeasurable chaos. I don't know why I unplugged it. I do things without any reason.
Well, but we do know. It's black. It's not like the. Wait, why? Why is Kim asking us this?
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has 1 cable missing.
I didn't like that.
That was.
I didn't like that at all.
Why did he? Huh. Do we want to plug it back in then?
And
do
look
you,
for a
do you
better
not think it
crowbar?
goes to the?
Somewhere, a machine hums along with the current, happy and contented.
I guess just leave. Let it be plugged in.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on it. So
Uh.
it seems like there's a couple different possibilities here. One is unplugging that is the right thing, but it's gonna take a while. So alternatively, we could find a better crowbar. One is unplugging the thing is the wrong thing and it can ruin a thing, so we need to find a crowbar. One is like there's just a lot of different ways this could go, and I don't really know.
Good. That is a good point. Yeah, I just assumed that black cable. It's not the red one, so we'll just unplug it. But no, you make a valid point. That could have done something else. That could have been the electricity going to our dice maker, and we just gave her a little power jolt or something.
Yeah, and I mean, also, I just figured that, wrong thing is, and it's gonna somehow damage the filament or something along those lines. Like, it's just the thing we don't want to do. I don't know. I'm gonna go talk to the bookstore person.
Okay.
Let her know.
And we'll just have to be on the lookout for a better crowbar. Yeah, that's fair.
Do we want to sell the rifle?
Do you want to sell the rifle?
So. I think that makes the most sense.
Okay. I mean,
you're alive.
That was
well.
not.
Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus.
Sorry, is your thought to sell the rifles to try and get our gun back?
No, my thought
or
was just
you
to
just
sell
want
the
to sell the
He
rifle.
doesn't have the rifle anymore. He sold it already. I mean, he doesn't have the gun.
Right, but why would we sell our rifle? I'm just
money.
saying maybe we want to keep a gun.
But it doesn't work. It's not a real rifle.
I thought he said it still worked.
No,
it was
he
functional.
said it's an antique.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
I mean, I'll double check, but
we could still take it
he
to
said
like the shop.
It doesn't work, but it's still a really nice find.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, I guess we'll get it appraised. And
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
Yes,
That's fair.
yes.
All good things.
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
Do we want to tell her the story?
What do we tell her?
Okay. It's a eternal house of failed business enterprises leeching life energy from this bookstore. Honestly, a dump, nothing to see there, just heaps of garbage. Someone should let the sunshine in. I am in no position to give out personal opinions.
These responses are weird.
Maybe either 1 or 3. Like, either tell her what she wants to hear or don't.
I kind of like, 1 or 3 as well. We could just play it up with her.
Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us.
She shakes her head.
But
oh boy,
what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Nea, and she's a novelty dice maker. Yeah, let's just tell her the truth.
Yeah, I'll just tell her.
Novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's just a businesswoman like you. No, ma'am. I felt her aura. She's not the one to blame for this curse. She may be involved. I kind of feel like 2, maybe.
I kind of feel 2 as well.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She looks perplexed.
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down.
Oh,
She's
okay,
squeezing
logic.
on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
I like our internal monologue on this. This is really fun.
Yeah. Logic and composure had more difficult checks, whereas suggestion and drama, who have kind of weak answers, were easy successes. So I
You've
don't
come
know.
this far.
That's funny.
You know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity.
Ooh, challenging. Inland Empire. Success.
Whoa.
She says there's no curse because there are too many inconsistencies. The source is in the taxidermist shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. Honestly, I don't have an answer yet. There are still leads that need to be followed, like the strange radio computer thing. There is another entity, more malignant, pulling the strings in Martinez. Perhaps in my travels, I will cross paths with it. There is an entity behind the entity.
Yeah, is that 2 or 4? I guess that would be 4.
I think it's 4 because Inland Empire frames this as the truth, sort of. Not. But you've come this far. You know how to end it. There's an entity behind the entity.
It's capitalism.
It is capitalism.
It's always been capitalism.
I mean, that is. That's true. That's actually exactly what's going on.
It's actually kind of layered and yeah. I kind of want to say 4.
I think 4 is the right one.
I'd go for it.
Go for it. Do it.
Let's
Third order presence. Yes.
She lets go of the pendant.
A great
good. It calmed her down.
Dark relief washes over her.
I've heard of these triactors. In certain occult literature, that's too dark to dwell on for too long, and definitely not in public.
She gestures for you to be silent.
I understand everything, sir. Thank you for your descending into the maelstrom. I will keep fort up here, strengthen the wards, do my best. And if you happen upon the third entity in your travels, may the Lord be with you.
She performs an X-shaped cross on her chest. That actually was a solid 70 experience is pretty solid.
That was
great.
really solid.
Well,
I feel like we
this has been
actually
absolutely
succeeded at
educational.
that.
If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you.
Yes, the venture continues in other waters, darker waters.
Oh, Inland Empire. We
Love
disrespected you all the way
dramatic.
through, but we went with you in the end, and that's what matters.
Should we get out of here before the vortex collapses?
Thanks, Kim. Farewell for now, book.
All right, hey, we leveled up, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, despite it being like an optional area that we explored, we accomplished a ton.
We did accomplish a ton. Do you want me to go down and inspect the body with perception?
Yes.
All right.
Sure.
I think
Yeah.
given that we're real late in Short's time, that should be our final thing is
Sure.
if that's okay with everyone.
But
Yeah.
I want everyone to have a big old fingers crossed because I want this.
I want
think
this
that would
to
be
happen.
a really fun way to end the stream.
I agree.
Wait, what are we checking right now? What are we doing?
With the body.
Oh, we're just going back and checking on the body?
Yeah, because that's what I wanted to level up. That's why we're exploring, is so that we could level up, so that we could invest a point in perception.
Yeah.
Because
okay,
it was pretty.
cool,
it was
cool.
not close, but close enough. You know.
Got it.
There we go.
Yeah, that's perfect. That means hopefully all the exploring has paid off enough that it's only 1 point, but still.
Well, and
maybe
also
it'll
we
give us-
learned a lot. Like regardless, I'm quite happy with our exploration today. But
Oh, for sure. Yeah, this was really.
The bear's
I don't know. I
eyes
was really
are
feeling this
still
tonight.
glowing red. It's
Ooh,
guarding over
okay.
the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Okay.
Perception?
Perception.
It's always down. It's so weird that it's here. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Drop it in there.
Boom.
Yep. What we got now?
All right. 15.
Even.
Come on.
Okay. Is this a red check?
Your arms
Yeah.
Yeah.
as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh, first with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand.
What is this?
What?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
It was his mouth, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was his mouth.
Go for it.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop.
Hate that.
You're on the right track.
Thanks, Inland Empire.
Interesting.
Play with it.
No, don't do that.
Open your eyes and look. No, touch. Yeah, open your eyes and look.
Open your eyes and look.
Sure, yeah.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat, and there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye.
Oh my god.
It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
Say fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Touch it with your finger gently.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Oh my gosh.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Brainstem?
Brainstem? Yeah.
Yes, that's what this part is called.
Okay, thank you. Feel around or push deeper?
Yeah. Feel around
Either
first.
one.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again, never wake. Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
Holy
The
shit.
undulations of the limbic system have ended. All is quiet.
There's a cavity cut right between the hemispheres.
Yeah.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
That's
Your
good you
fingers
told
are
me.
all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
Ooh,
Wriggle in.
Wriggle in.
Your
This is
fingers
my
reach
hell.
Toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger.
A bullet?
Sharp,
Yeah.
serrated material.
Oh.
The edges cut right into your skin.
Ooh, I feel a solid object right under the skull. I guess we could say that so Kim can write it down.
Can you get to it?
He searches his pockets for something. Inspect
Let's
the
try to
storage.
get it.
There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it from the inside.
Ooh.
The object that is in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interfacing, let's try it. Yeah!
Hell yeah, this went great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got it.
Oh, you got it?
You
Yeah.
pick the object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just...
Whisper, I got it.
I got it.
Good, good.
The fridge in the background buzzes with excitement.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
A bullet.
Lieutenant puts a small bag marked evidence under it.
That's a huge find.
That is a big ass find right there. Confirmed did not die of being hanged.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, look, we did a job.
Wow.
Falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber, rifled, some kind of brittle alloy, fractured on impact.
Can I have it? Keep it, Lieutenant, as a gift.
Well,
I like that one.
No,
Sure.
you deserve it. We can log it later.
Lieutenant drops the bag in your bloody hand. It feels light.
We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds like heaven. Sounds about
Does it
right.
sound-
Say nothing, just nod.
Does it
Sounds
sound like
about right.
he put a gun in his mouth? Like,
Definitely
if the exit
possible.
wound was out the back
Yeah,
of
it seems like he
his
was
head?
shot in his mouth. He either did it, which seems super possible, or somebody else did it. But that's
True.
that's a real bold
Yeah.
place to shoot somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Brings a lot of questions. Sounds about right.
Opinion?
Yeah.
Fatal injury.
Goddamn right. Agreed. I'm still not sure. Look at your hand quizzically.
Agreed.
And
Yeah.
one last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark. Opinion non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
Agreed.
Yeah,
He's
agreed.
proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Yep.
Ligament mark, the fractured hypoid bone. It was all treatment.
Yes, and
Yeah.
the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Agreed.
I have had my doubts since you showed me the tracks. Why did they carry him over? Why not march him, I thought. There was no satisfying explanation. There have been other signs too. Small things. We were right not to assign hanging as cause of
Nice.
death, as the perpetrators expected we would. No such luck for them.
We didn't fall for it, he thinks. There's pride in there. There is, of course,
Hell yeah.
the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
That is, I mean, definitely.
True.
But also, this
That is
changes.
true.
Regardless, this changes the narrative.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe
Yeah.
he was. They shot him while they hanged him.
That's
Also,
I
people would have
don't
heard
know.
A gunshot.
What'd you say?
People would have heard a gunshot.
Right.
Yeah.
People would have heard a
that would
gunshot.
have
Anything about a
absolutely been
gunshot.
discovered.
Freaking
And
the dice maker would have heard a gunshot. I don't care about her headphones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the method by which he seems to have been shot seems like it would have been it would not have been possible for them to like shoot him and hang him at the same time while like doing it.
I mean, unless it was on the ground. and
I guess it could have been on the ground.
But then there would have
yeah.
been a struggle against his binding. So it's like, yeah, I think it's unlikely. Not impossible,
Mhm.
but that doesn't feel like the most likely option right now.
Yeah.
Who would do this?
Yeah, who would
That's
do
for
this?
us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Why would anyone
True.
do this?
To hide
Mhm.
something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here?
I think I need to wash myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
In the evening?
Right
want me to
now,
do it
please.
now?
Oh my god, we have to
We
wait.
have to wash our hands.
No.
Please.
That's awful.
Hold more answers?
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
Okay.
Yeah,
What happens
what
next?
We
happens
bag
next?
the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
You'll be gone. What should I do in the meanwhile?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'll leave
basically
that choice to you. And
Oh, it's
one
fine.
more thing. Great work, detective.
Oh, thanks, Kim.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Hell
You
yeah.
know, it was okay work. Admittedly, we're standing here in a horrible basement with a taxidermy bear and a body in a fridge, so like we could have done better, but
It's very funny because clearly like you could put the body in the fridge and then go do other shit and come back to it. Like I know the point of finding the fridge was because we wanted to keep the body to inspect it further before we sent it for processing. But it is just funny to me that we put it in the fridge. We kind of walked around for an hour until we felt a little better, and then we came back and looked at it.
It's true. In universe, it feels a little silly.
Yeah.
We needed to like hype ourselves up a bit before we stuck a hand in the thing's mouth.
Right. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Kim.
That makes me so happy. Yeah, this is the first time he's ever like truly complimented us.
Know. We already got the achievement, the goodest of the good cops, and then on top of this, he's like, "You did a good job." And I'm like, "We did."
The word lingers in the air of the basement. Far away, ice cream makers are buzzing, and the sea wind blows outside. Detective.
Oh!
Hell yeah.
Aww.
Hell yeah.
Wow. This is great.
I'm proud of us.
I'm really proud of us. Check that out.
Do we want to let Kim back him up and take him out?
Do we want to decide that next time? And I realize that's both a cliffhanger, but also like, I think there's pros and cons of both option. One is we get the body out of here and we do protocol properly and all of that. The con is I'm thinking about meeting Martin Martinez, and I don't know whether that's dangerous or not. Whether we should have backup for that. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah,
But then if we do that,
just wait a day.
That's like late.
Oh, right. He's like late at night. Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of different ways we could go with this, and I don't know which one is the best.
I mean, we can talk about it next time. I mean, you probably just save here, and then whenever we pick back up, we can decide which one to... Oh. Yeah. You just have to come back here and click on the body and tell Kim to take him away.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's perfect.
It's like, okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Oh my gosh. This was great. I had a great time tonight.
We accomplished such stuff tonight.
We actually did stuff. We found a dice maker. We figured out things about the murder. We learned about an indie development studio making a video game. I'm just so impressed.
We got the body into the fridge.
We got the body into the fridge and then abruptly decided it didn't need to stay in the fridge.
Also true.
Wow.
Yeah,
this was...
got a new...
We got a new item. Oh yeah, we got the tank top. That makes us sexy.
Hell yeah. That's a good look.
Yes.
God, we're good looking.
We are a detective.
Just incredibly attractive. I just want everyone to acknowledge. Oh shoot, I didn't even put on our garden gloves for getting the bullet out. We were wearing our little wool.
We could have used those.
That's awful. That's so gross.
We're gonna come back to this look and be like, what were we thinking? Don't change it.
I love it. It seems correct.
Oh my god. Well, this has been wonderful. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I've had a wonderful time with this, playing this with you guys. I feel so accomplished.
This game is so bonkers.
It's so weird, but it's great.
It is all of those things. I'm having a wonderful time, and I also I don't know. I love how good this game makes you feel when you actually accomplish things.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Wow, what a weird, amazing game. All right. Thank you guys all for joining us. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful evening, morning, day. And I guess we'll see you next time.
Yeah. See you next time, folks.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.